Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot My Becoming, where I entertain tarot with you. Happy Supermoon, Wolf Supermoon to be exact. We are experiencing a Supermoon in Cancer, and so I wanted to do something special and figure out, I'm going to go through the signs by elements and talk a little bit about the Cancer moon, where it hits you, what to focus on. In general, Cancer is all about home. It's about nurturing. It's about feelings of belongingness, safety, emotional safety. It could be, when I mentioned home, it could be chosen home, or your family of origin. And so those are kind of like the themes, right? And so that depending on what house Cancer is in for you, that's just going to be illuminated a little bit more and in a little different way. And I'll go over each of those things with you all depending on your rising sign. So even though I encourage you all to look at every sign because you have all the signs in your birth chart, I am going to focus more on the rising signs, and at the same time check out your moon, because that's also close to your heart in terms of deep emotions and intuition, and see how that applies for you too. These are general readings, and so it could be a word, it could be a sentence, it could be the entire message that fits for you. But if it doesn't fit, please don't make it fit. I am trusting that you are discerning with the information that I share, that you pick and choose what's in alignment with you, and that everything else, you take a note of it, keep it in a journal, go back to it, unpack it, do what you need to do to work through it. So I'll go through each of the elements, starting with earth signs because it's Capricorn season, and then I'll make my way towards the end, and then I'll do a general reading for everybody. Yeah, so let's get started. Capricorn, for you, Cancer is in your 7th house of partnerships. This could be marriage, this could be collaborations, it could just be co-workers, people that you work with, people that you've built connections with, commitments with. And the emotional quest here is for guidance, and it's in the sense of guidance in terms of guiding one another, because it is a team, team in the sense of more than one person working together. And so issues that will be highlighted are where are the imbalances, who has not been speaking up about their emotional needs in the relationship. It could talk about issues of trust and more heartfelt commitments with the people around you, whether it's work partnerships, project partnerships, marriage or romantic partnerships, or just anybody that you're working with. These are going to be themes that are going to be highlighted, because remember, Cancer is all about feeling emotionally safe and secure, feeling a sense of belonging, like, yes, I can trust you. Issues about authenticity, your true self, because we're talking about emotions. What is it that you're emotionally needing, right? And how are those needs being met and or not met by the people in these commitments that you have? And so looking at relationships, do you have goals that are aligned with these individuals? Have you lost track of that? Are those goals that you've created aligned with your deepest emotions? And so really tapping into your intuition in terms of what feels good with what is being shared and exchanged, what commitments are being met, making sure that it is authentic and true to what you are emotionally needing and or what the other person is emotionally needing, and making sure that it's balanced also, so that both people involved are nurturing the trust nurturing what's being created together. And if something isn't being honest, or if someone's not being honest, or if not, someone's not wanting to commit wholeheartedly to something, then it's also an opportunity to release what is not making sense for you anyways. And so remember, intuition is what feels peaceful, not, it feels good, but peaceful. And so kind of keeping that in mind, because some people are like, oh, well, this feels good. And it's like the excitement that feels good. But intuition is really more peaceful. It's just like this is just what's coming next, right? This is just what makes sense. Yeah, so hopefully that helps you, Capricorn. But let's jump in. Let's get 3 oracle cards. I'm going to do a quick spread, the ones I usually do for the week, but I'm not going to go through each of them to explore, you know, the positions. I'm just going to read the storyline, get 3 cards of clarification for you, and then at the end I'll pick a new oracle card. It's an archetype of the energy of the person to embody and or to be aware of in that where Cancer is hitting you on your birth chart. So the first card that you got was Deep Knowing. So again, intuition definitely speaking a lot here. So there's definitely something about having some type of awareness. Ooh, could be about a soulmate, a connection, right? Partnerships. We're talking about partnerships. I did dim the lights a little bit around just to kind of give it a little more homey feel. So you'll notice that the light might shift a little bit or make it seem a little darker. Peace. Look at this. These are the words that I just talked about. A sense of peace. Look at that. Birthing something together. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Okay. Capricorn. Whew, already on a nice start. This was the one I was going to pick for you. Okay, what's the story for you? What is the story? Deep knowing, soulmates, definitely about a connection, something that you're either trying to create together in a peaceful way, having a definite knowing. Gosh, talk about Supermoon, that card. All right, let's do the spread really quick. You're starting off as the 7 of Wands, having to protect your decision about something, a position. You have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy as your crossing energy. So taking it slow, the opportunity is to pace yourself. It's the end of a cycle, the world. This is what you're really tapping into. So an opportunity to close out a cycle and or tap into your spirituality. Look at how these two look. It almost looks like, look at that. Look at how, I just love it. Tapping into your intuition, bringing the intuition down to earth in terms of like what you're needing to do next, right? This is definitely about work. What's underneath? So you've made a position and you're standing your position. 10 of Swords, yeah. What did I talk about? End of a cycle. The potential energy is to end a cycle. So it could be, again, partnerships, could be work, because you have the 9 of Pentacles here as your crossing energy. Taking it slow, being mindful, being paceful, right? There's definitely fire energy here. Maybe you have some fire in your chart, air in your chart, or dealing with an air sign. Yeah, you have the opportunity to end a cycle with a connection. I'm feeling work, but it could also be home. Let's see what you're walking away from. Capricorn, what are you walking away from? You've definitely had to stand your ground with a commitment, with many commitments, because that 7 of Wands, you're definitely, it's almost like you against the world, right? But the opportunity is, hey, take things slow, pace yourself. Even if you do end this connection, or if there's a potential ending of something, you want to make sure you're being mindful, right? 3 of Swords, yeah, there's been some pain. There's been some heartache. Again, it's still unclear about work, but it could be both. Knight of Cups. This is what you're walking towards. Maybe potentially a new beginning. Potentially in the beginning, this is a water sign. Someone not mature. The Knight of Cups isn't mature, but it's a new beginning. It's an opportunity. Someone's going to approach you with a new beginning. The stitch around you, Judgment. Okay, Judgment is usually death and rebirth. So some type of transformation, whether it's you, whether it's this commitment. I feel like it's both. I feel like you are undergoing this pain that you've experienced, this Three of Swords. I don't know if it is, but by this water sign, or an air sign maybe. It's going through transformation. So the stitch is just transformation within you, transformation within the situation. Yeah. Hopes. Five of Pentacles. The hopes is that you don't feel left out in the cold, that you don't feel like you're being left alone. You know, there's a mother and a child here, and there's a feeling like they only have one Pentacles, but if they turned around and into the light, they would see that they actually have more than what they think they do. So the hope is to not feel left out by someone. What's the fear? I mean, it's in the 7th house. You have Cancer in the 7th house, so it could be home and work at the same time, because it's partnerships. It's a marriage. It could be a work collaborate, and these individuals, whether it's at home or at work, they're soulmates. Soulmates don't necessarily have to be. Soulmates serve a purpose. Sometimes they just come into your life to activate healing. There's different types of soulmates. Some are like friendship soulmates. So a soulmate doesn't necessarily have to be a love interest. Queen of Pentacles. So your fear is about finances. Your fear is about managing your resources, managing boundaries, managing what you nurture. The fear, I mean, could be doing it alone. Yeah, the fear could be maybe not managing your resources well enough. I'm thinking of the low vibration of the Queen of Pentacles, not taking care of yourself enough, because the Queen of Pentacles is able to take care of themselves. Self-care is another aspect of Cancer that is being highlighted. And so how are you taking care of yourself in these partnerships? How are you taking care of yourself outside of these partnerships? Because you also have to look at the opposite sign for you, and it's Capricorn, which is Capricorn is in your 1st house, so it's the house of self, right? Power dynamics can also play out in the 7th house in terms of just whose needs are not being addressed. And so the Queen of Pentacles in the fear position is just not taking care of your needs, not setting healthy boundaries, not managing your resources, not managing what you're nurturing in a balanced way. The outcome, let's see. Oh, that one one popped out. Let me go ahead and take that one. The Fool. I'm gonna pop out another one because that one just kind of slipped out, and I'm gonna take it because it just kind of slipped out. But let's get one more. The Fool, which is the beginning of a new chapter. Taking that step. So somehow or another, you are going to step into maybe a peaceful chapter, and it could potentially be did something flip? Let's see. It could potentially be how you navigate this, whether it's with someone and taking that new opportunity, the King of Cups, and starting fresh and being like, okay, we're going to do this right this time, or being on your own. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be on your own. Four of Pentacles is being guarded. So the Fool and the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to guard yourself to try to manage your peace. I think that's what's going to happen. Potentially happen, because it's all potential energy, right? It's all how you play it. This four of Pentacles is just like, look at how they're holding on to everything. So there's something about like resources, something about like, this is mine, something about, I'm going to start into this chapter. It could even be like, I'm going to be more guarded. I'm going to be more careful. I'm going to be more protective of my heart, of my resources, whether it's in partnership, at home, or at work, for the ultimate goal of peace. For the ultimate goal of peace. What's underneath? Queen of Cups. Yes. emotional stability. Emotional stability for yourself. I think that's what you're trying to achieve. So this next chapter for you is going to be all about emotional stability, emotional safety. Let's get 3 cards of clarification and or advice, and then we'll take out one of the Dreamsicle Oracle cards to see what archetype is recommended that you embrace. Okay, 3 cards. Three cards for you. Oh, nope. There goes one. Page of Swords. There could be someone rushing in with a message for you. That could be the Knight of Cups, or just some type of information that's going to come towards you, and or you're going to deliver a message to one of these individuals. Yeah, you're going to focus on you. You're going to focus on your pentacles. You're going to focus on what you are nurturing for yourself, and making sure that what you're creating for yourself is going to fulfill. Yeah. Devil energy. I think it's tied to this Judgment. I think it's tied to the Fool. I think it's tied to working towards healing any unhealthy patterns. I think this is the initiation of having to look at your shadow. I think this is the initiation of you having to work on your self-limiting beliefs, on your anything that's holding you back, even bad habits, bad boundaries. I don't want to call it bad. Unbalanced unbalanced boundaries. Yeah, boundaries, habits, self-limiting thoughts or beliefs. I think you're going to be called to look at yourself, and this is you. Technically, the devil is technically you also. So keeping that in mind, your resources, your truth, and you. This Judgment card and the World card coming out as like the end of a cycle, and the Fool card coming out as the potential outcome. To start this next chapter, to achieve the peace that you want to, it also starts with you, right? How you've been doing relationships, how these relationships have been unfolding to a certain degree, right? We attract where we're at. We attract mirrors. And so it's possible that these experiences, this heartbreak, has taught you some major lessons, and it's now time to learn from them so that you can achieve that peace that you're looking for. All right, let's pull out a Dreamscape Oracle card. These are new. What archetype to embrace during this time? You got 2, the White Owl and the Light. Really pretty cards. I can't show the light very much, but I'll show you the owl. And that's only because she doesn't have a top on. So I gotta cover up. All right, the White Owl says 59. The white owl has been a recurring symbol spanning thousands of years. Their white color is often associated with purity and youthfulness. The white owl embodies all species of owls' traits in readings, knowledge, wisdom, and exceptional insight. They have extraordinary long-range vision for hunting prey. This ability to see through distance and time gives the reader a clear insight into what actions are needed when a message is delivered. In the Dreamsake Oracle, owls are messengers who carry critical communications in and out of the portals. The meaning is that it's time to undertake a new spiritual pursuit. Ponder the cycle of life and death. I think that's part of that spiritual journey that you're going to take. The light and darkness within you. Let's look at the light. 17. Da-da-da-da. The goddess of the day holds her arms up to the light of the sun. Let me cover her up. She gives reverence to the life-sustaining rays which bring heat and light. The sun sets the world ablaze, illuminating every part and every corner. Nothing escapes the fire. She brings happiness and illumination to the land. Wake up. It's time to get to work. Begin putting your desires into motion. You can achieve anything you set your heart into in this light. You might feel exposed by the brightness. Remember, shadow work. It's all right. Let the anxiety pass. You have got this. Everything is as it should be. Give into the desires of the light and grow. Praise the day. Know you are on the right path. There you go. That's what you are embracing, Capricorn. That was for you. All right. Taurus, you are next. Let's clear this up a bit. We'll put these cards aside. 1, 2, 3. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus, as I'm preparing the space for you, you have Cancer in the 3rd house. The 3rd house of communication, the 3rd house of immediate community. It's also the house of education, mostly like primary education, like the basic stuff. It's the house where it could be the house of siblings, but also the bullies. And so that's the house that's going to be highlighted for you when we're talking about Cancer and the sense of feeling a belongingness or home or nurturing. The emotional quest for you is understanding. So it's about communication. Communicating maybe with your siblings or the people that are bothering you, like bullies. It could be like, drama at work, drama in your nearby community. But there might be an increase in communication, the daily conversations that you have with people. It could also be if you're in the middle of traveling, could be traveling nearby, not too far distance, but just, local travel, expressing what it is that you're needing. If you haven't been traveling for a while and you're feeling a pull, it could be, taming that, not taming it, but just finding an opportunity to travel close by to kind of start fulfilling those needs. If there are unmet needs in those areas. It could also be just understanding like emotional insight when you are engaging with other people or in your community, close family, or insight into different types of travel that can still provide you with a sense of closeness and belongingness to your goals around that, if that is a desire for you, or goals around the interactions that you have with the day-to-day people in your life, whether it's family or home or just the community in general. And it could even be like just understanding one another a little bit better, right? So Taurus, those are the themes, right? And so how are you nurturing yourself and the people close proximity to you with the conversations that you have, and whatever outcomes those could be, because those are like mini goals, right? When you have a conversation with someone, there's a purpose, there's an intention, and so are you feeling that connection in those conversations? And if you're not, is there drama, right? Is there, behind the scenes, like, people bullying you, or not behind the scenes, but just out front, late, right? Disrespecting you. And so what close connections are you needing to release? Is there tension in your conversations? Is it more arguing? So things to be aware of, Taurus. All right, 3 cards for you, to be fair. Libra energy, talk about fairness, right? Talk about balance in terms of communication. There could be maybe some challenges. No place like home. Finding home, in search of home. So I don't know, for some reason when I saw the to be fair card, I'm thinking there's some type of tension maybe at home, trying to find a new home. Look, like this home is like just so far away. It gives me hermit vibes. It gives me like needing to maybe find the home within you. Treasure Island, look, this is a sea turtle. A sea turtle with like finding gold, right? The sea turtle being out at sea. Yeah. That no place like home really gives me hermit vibes. Like needing to find home. A more peaceful home. I just feel like there's like chaos with the to be fair. So if something isn't fair, in search of maybe home within home, there's going to be growth. Yeah, there's going to be growth. Look, there's the caracoles in the background. So there's something about growing either with home or finding the home within you. They're just home within you keeps being highlighted. All right, how are you starting off? Let's see, Taurus. Six of Cups energy. This particular one gives me the feel of the child within you, the inner child within you, giving the older you a gift. So if you notice, they're giving the older you a gift, like all the dreams, like, hey, don't forget your dreams. Don't forget your dreams. I mean, Six of Cups could also be soulmate energy, past life soulmate, but let's see. What's your crossing energy? 9 of Wands. You're tired. Energy underneath. You've done a lot of work. You're exhausted. Yeah. 10 of Swords. Yeah, you're ending a cycle. There's a cycle that's ending for you. I don't know if it has to do with work because you have the 9 of Wands as your crossing energy. What's underneath? Potential. Let's see. Page of Wands. Yeah. Trying the potential for a new passion project. Something more relaxing, something more aligned with you. Look, she's totally relaxed. Está descalza. She doesn't have, she's in her jeans. She doesn't have shoes on. So there's something about like this new project being more aligned with you, something more relaxing. It just feels like something more relaxing. The 9 of Wands is like, look, 9 of Wands. She has her battle gear on. It's like she's tired. She's trying to take a break from like either defending something or like carrying some type of responsibility. What are you walking away from, Taurus? What are you walking away from? 8 of Pentacles. Work. Not just any kind of work, but unbalanced work. Look at her outfit. It's like her dress has been torn to pieces, dude. Yeah, her dress has been shredded. So some type of unbalance, right? Let's be fair. Maybe some people aren't carrying their weight with the work responsibilities. I'm just saying. What are you walking towards? Oh, 2 cards. Page of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Some type of truth that you have. I don't know if you want to deliver this type of truth, but also self-care. 9 of Pentacles is self-care, is knowing how to set healthy boundaries, knowing how to nurture yourself, making sure that you're not over-exhausting, overextending, overworking. Taurus, you are the workhorse. Sometimes you can work a little too much. And so, yeah, definitely walking towards that. What's the sitch for you? There it is. Six of Swords. Yeah, you are reluctantly walking away. You're walking away. It's almost like there's a lot of truths that kind of came out. There's a lot of truths that come out, and you're like following either an air sign, you're following, and there's like, they're the ones that are guiding her towards the light. So there's something about going on some type of journey. What's the fear? Oh, Hanged Man. Usually the Hanged Man is asking you to look at life from another perspective. It's almost like a spiritual awakening, but in the fear position, it's like not being open. Just kidding. We're talking about hopes. That's the first one. Hopes. The hopes is that you'll gain a new perspective. That's what it is. The hopes is that you are going to gain a new perspective. And it could be a new perspective walking away on this journey. Maybe you're embracing Virgo energy and like doing some type of traveling to redefine home for you, right? I mean, you could be looking at your daily interactions, whether it is with family maybe, because it's siblings also. The third house is also siblings, bullies. It could just be the people closest to you. And so gaining more insight as to, you know, your self-care in these interactions, the fairness of maybe the workload, right? Because there's work involved here. Pentacles, like Nine of Wands is like over almost to the Ten of Wands, which is overburdened. Nine of Pentacles that you're walking towards, which is more balanced work. So there's definitely work that's being highlighted here for you. So maybe there's like a family business, or working with your siblings, or working within your community in a way that you're burning yourself out. What's the fear? The fear is the Six of Pentacles. The fear is not able to achieve balance, not knowing when giving too much is too much, right? Or holding back, like being selfish and being too selfish. So there could be a fear of like not knowing, well, how do I express my needs, right? How do I communicate this on the daily, right? Where maybe I won't come off as being too selfish, or you know, what if I feel like I need to overgive, right? And so, but I feel it's more of the selfishness piece, because if you're overgiving all over in the other areas, it could be that the fear is, well, because this one, usually the Six of Pentacles, there's like 3 people and one is giving to 2. But in this particular deck, it's like one person, you know, relishing in, you know, what they've created. And so it feels more like, especially in the fear position, it's like, how do I get my needs met without coming across as selfish? Yeah. What's the outcome for you, Taurus? Outcome is Temperance, being patient, alchemy, balance, being patient with the behind the scenes alchemy is the outcome. Let's get the 3 cards of it. What's underneath? Knight of Wands, passionate energy, going towards the passions of your heart. That could be where you find the treasure island. It's by following your passions, whatever that may be for you. Whatever that may be for you, Taurus. Let's get 3 cards of advice. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. 3 cards, please. 3 cards, please. 4 of Cups. You've been offered an opportunity before that you didn't take, Taurus. Did you not take that opportunity? The Sun. It's still an opportunity for you. The potential to get everything that you want is there. You just got to look up. 1 more, please. Leo energy, maybe embracing Leo if you have Leo in your chart. Childlike energy. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. 4 of Cups, the Sun, 5 of Wands. you were offered an opportunity that you didn't take. It's still available to you, potentially available to you. You just have to look up. And or you've had disappointments in the past in terms of setting boundaries, maybe. You'll be successful. You'll be successful in doing that. If it's been disappointments before in your daily connections with other people, I feel like this time you're going to be successful, but it's going to be work. Five of Wands is usually practice energy. It's practicing how to resolve conflict, practicing how to defend your position almost, because they're each trying to defend their position, right? And so I feel like this time around, you're going to be successful if you look up, right? If you look up, right? Stop being want. It feels like that. Like, look, even the 9 of Wands, like she's just like contemplating and kind of being upset. But you have the opportunity to, you're walking towards the Page of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. You're walking towards this, owning your truth, taking your truth, finding balance with your truth. The hidden potential is the Page of Wands, the opportunity to create something of yourself, heart-based. 9 of Wands is a passionate wand, a passionate knight, right? Going towards the desires of his heart. And so you have the potential here. Let's get you an oracle card from the Dreamsake Oracle. Let's see what archetype to embrace with this Cancer Supermoon. The Supermoon in Cancer. Let's see. These are new. I just got them. They're so pretty. Okay, you have 3. Am I going to read all 3? Yes, I am. The Gift, the Path, and the Prophet. Ooh, I can show you all these. These are really pretty. A lot of feminine energy. Taurus, you are an earth sign. So earth is technically feminine energy. Let's see the gift. The gift for you. 41. The gift. Smoke rising up behind her. Pandora. Ooh, this is Pandora. Sits in her chair pondering what the jar contained. Was it a good idea to release the potent magic contained in such a small vessel? She does not know what will become of her gift just yet. Only time can tell what will happen to the world as the gift spreads out from the tarnished jar. Pandora wears a simple lavender robe showing her devotion to Zeus. It also shows the gift of wisdom and generosity attributed to her. The meaning is, be careful of stepping into situations you may not be able to get out of. Retreat from complicated situations. Does this have to do with the work situations that you're in? Let's see, the path. The path. 37. 37 says, paths are birthed by treading across the same area of land over days, months, or years. Sometimes the way is made by a single individual. Sometimes large groups of creatures dig grooves out of the landscape. Your spiritual path is unique to your journey. It has many curves, peaks, and valleys. It takes repetition to create a well-worn track. When we look back from where we came from, we see how the pattern got made. If the path card visited you today, you might want to look at where you are going. Is it where you still want to go? Make any corrections in the course now. So it's asking you to reevaluate this work life. Is this really where you want to go, right? The meaning is keep moving forward, make any adjustments based on your desires. Oh my God, that's exactly what we've been talking about, right? What are the desires of your heart? The Prophet. Let's see what that one's all about. Something spiritual for sure. 21. Humanity has always been drawn in by symbols. They stick with us, creating a language of their own. Beware of high tide. Skip the 13th floor. Toss salt over a shoulder. The prophet knows the value of these signs. They appear subtle, whispering small curses and boons to those who listen. The prophet knows where to look for these signs, both in the external and internal worlds. She befriends the snake. She takes on an otherworldly air. She has a pearl of profound wisdom from which you can learn when you are ready to ask and receive. Meanings: follow the signs you are receiving. Listen to the voices inside you. It's funny how I talked about the snake, because we just finished, right? The year of the snake. So maybe you're being asked to reevaluate. Like, did you release any habits, any tasks that are not aligned with you this past year? I mean, we just started this year. You still can release things that maybe aren't feeling like home, or aren't being fair, or aren't being just, right? Releasing those responsibilities that, you know, have overburdened you, have worn you out, right? So that you could start this new year in a much more balanced way. Taurus, that's for you. All right, Virgo, you're next. Let's put these cards aside so I don't repeat these. Virgo. All right, Virgo. For you, Cancer is in the 11th house. The 11th house of community. So it's an emotional quest for community. Let's see what my notes say. So we're talking about friendships. We're talking about your community at large. We're talking about social connections, social networking, advocacy groups. And so the question and exploration that you're looking at is, how are these connections, whether they're friendships, whether it's social networks, social groups, how are they coming together, or how are they coming apart? When you think about your sense of belonging, especially your sense of belonging, like, do you feel like you belong to an outer community? So this isn't home, right? Home has its own house. This is the 11th house. So it's now about like service to humanity, so to speak. So it's like, where are you connected to? What groups do you belong to? How is your networking with other people? Are these connections that you are having, are they nurturing your authentic sense of self, your authentic goals? Sometimes we align with certain groups because it seems like it's the next thing, and sometimes we stick it out, and then we forget to reevaluate it and be like, how did I end up, volunteering for this cause? Like, it was supposed to be a one-time thing, I mean, the closest thing that I can think about is church for me. Like, church served a purpose, right? I got really involved for different reasons, and I did it for so long. And then I came across a time where I had to reevaluate it. I really had to think about, like, is this still aligned with me? Is how I'm doing this still with the me that has become? Because we evolve, and sometimes those connections and that community we outgrow. And so, are there friendships that you are outgrowing? Are there friendships that are needing more intimacy, more connection, more depth? Are there organizations where you feel like, you know what, I'm being called to go towards this community, this spiritual community, this advocacy group, right? This effort group, whatever it may be for you. So you're being asked to explore that. Remember, I'm looking at Virgo rising. So check your chart out and make sure that, that's the house. So that 11th house, we're talking about the 11th house. Make those changes, adjust, and find something new. And if you don't know where to go, pick something. You won't know until you pick something, right? If you feel inclined to be a part of an advocacy group, then okay, well, you don't know. There's so many volunteer opportunities. People are taking volunteers all the time. Just pick something and then see if you like it. All right, Virgo, some type of never-ending story that won't come to an end. What's going on between worlds, right? So maybe you're walking away from a cycle that won't end, and now you're taking action. You're walking away from something that didn't feel good. Something that didn't feel good. And headed into something lighter. Let's find out what the third card is. Yes. Happy, happy, happy. Something lighter. I mean, even when you look at these cards together, look at the colors. I mean, tell me this isn't a line. Like, look at how gray, brighter, brighter. So Virgo, you're walking away from a cycle that was not ending. Hopefully you're finally ending it. I need chapstick. Let me take a sip of my green tea. But you're definitely in between leaving something that feels heavy and stepping into something lighter. So let's see, how are you starting this reading? Oh, that was quick. King of Cups, water energy. You're tapping into, maybe you have water in your chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What is the crossing energy? What's crossing you right now? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. What's crossing you is the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck. This is where you are, feeling stuck right now. That could be why it feels like it's a never-ending story. Could be why you're feeling like you're caught in between two worlds. Energy you're tapping into. Oh, Hanged Man and the World. Trying to gain a new perspective, trying to close a portal or enter through a portal. But you're contemplating it, but you feel stuck. You feel stuck with formally closing off this chapter, whatever that chapter is for you. It's the hidden energy. Page of Swords. There's some type of message that you want to deliver, maybe. Some type of truth that you're wanting to say. What are you walking away from? Walking away from Taurus energy, Hierophant. Some type of system or rules that you've been following. I wonder if these rules are rigid rules that have been contributing to this never-ending cycle. Maybe they're contributing to the feeling of stuckness, because sometimes Taurus energy can be a little rigid. The Hierophant can be a little rigid in terms of like how we live our lives. These are the rules, these are the structures, these are the policies that we abide by. And sometimes they do make us, at some point, right? They serve a purpose until they stop serving their purpose. And the way that we know that they're stopping serving their purpose is when we start feeling stuck. What are you walking towards, Virgo? What are you walking towards? Page of Pentacles, balance. Page of Pentacles is usually learning something new, but I feel like it's also not just learning something new, but learning how to do your self-care while learning something new. How to balance the lightness with the new knowledge, the new information. What's the stitch around you, Virgo? Situation around you. Death, transformation. Yeah, this is definitely a between worlds experience, where you are transitioning from one part of you into the next, right? Dying, rebirth, energetically speaking, right? Symbolically, talking symbolically. So that is around you, whether or not you've tapped into it, not yet, but you can only remain stuck for so long. You can only remain stuck for so long until something gets released. Hopes, Virgo. Hopes, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is, in this particular case, it's like passionate action. It's fast moving energy, messages coming in, ideas coming in, wanting to go here, there. But the thing about the Eight of Wands is that sometimes there's too many heads are turning in too many directions. And so needing to get some clarity around that. So that the hope is I need clarity around what direction I want to go towards. What's the fear? Virgo fear. Four of Cups. Usually the Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. In this deck, I always feel like the Four of Cups is more like that you didn't miss the opportunity in this deck only because she's looking at the opportunity that usually is empty. Like there's the Three Cups behind her and she's not focusing on the Three Cups. She's focusing on this one cup, and like there's three down here. So it's like she has all of the cups. She's focusing on the abundance that is around her. So like intuitively this one's different, but in the fear position it goes back to the original message, which is missing out on the opportunities. The fear is the missing out on the opportunities. Because in this one, I feel like she's actually looking at the one opportunity, the one cup, right? That the universe usually like hands you. So it's, yeah. Well, I mean, it could be, and again, it's in the fear position. So it's like missing the opportunities. Even the three in the back, like assuming it's the opposite, right? She has three cups in the back that she could still fill, but she's focused on this. She's hyper focused on this one, right? Versus the other way, it's usually the opposite, where the person is focused on the three cups that didn't work out and there's one from the universe coming in. Here it's the opposite. It's like she is hyper focused on that one, like the one that got away, without realizing that there's three other opportunities. So it's kind of like the opposite. Yeah. So the fear is that you think there's nothing going to be better than this one cup. Yeah. Outcome, Virgo. Nope, there it is. Queen of Swords, embracing your truth, being discerning with your truth. Transformation even. This particular card has like the like truth transforms. Truth transforms. So this is the outcome. What's underneath? Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Being able to this is like you picked up all the seeds that you've nurtured, right? All the seeds you've planted, you've harvested them. So that's underneath. That's the potential, right? Like what you don't see coming. Seven of Wands. So how you navigate this in between, right? How you navigate this death, rebirth. How you if you choose to let yourself go, if you gain that perspective of being like, oh, it's just in my head, feeling stuck. I can let myself go. I can walk away from whatever it is that's holding me back. These rules, these structures, these belief systems that just are burning you out maybe, or making you feel stuck. You've done this before. Like it feels like it's just a never-ending cycle of feeling stuck, feeling in between. But you have the potential for happiness. You have the potential for balance. You have the potential for aligning with your truth, for, you know, having that emotional fulfillment, having clarity. So much potential. Being emotionally stable with your truth. Queen of Wands. Confidence. You need confidence to go down to make that final choice. Confidence, embracing Leo energy, right? King of, oh snap. Look, he's straight up looking at her. Is there a Leo energy, like someone that you're eyeing? Someone with Leo energy, someone that doesn't care, right? Like the Queen of Wands has this black hat and doesn't care about superstition. Like they're just full blown in their confidence. They're like, I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, I'm just doing what I'm passionate about. The King of Wands is straight up looking at her, thinking like, wow, how does she do it? Right? And not realizing that this king also has the potential to do the same thing, right? So there's Leo energy here. I don't know if you have Leo in your chart. Death again. Scorpio, maybe you have Scorpio in your chart. There's something transformative. There's something you are needing to be transformed. You are needing to embrace Leo energy. You are needing to embrace the I don't give a flame what people say about my choices. And that could be something new. That could be something that you haven't tapped into maybe in a while. Like that could be what's holding you back, really, is just not having the confidence to like walk away from what is no longer serving you, right? And so you're being called to transform. You're being called to go through that portal, right? The world is also portal. This card is this, like you're walking through a portal right here, right? This is the portal. It's a choice. And you're gonna find happiness, but it's a choice. You gotta make that choice. It's not gonna be done for you. It's you embracing Leo energy, confident energy, and saying, this is what I want, and going for it. And that choice alone is gonna be transformative. Let's get this archetype for you. Dreamsicle Oracle. Oh, there it is. Octopus. Yeah, pretty card. Qué bonito. Haven't read this one. Let's see what this one says. The octopus says, which one is it? 61. The octopus is a highly intelligent invertebrate whose skin contains SAT word, chromatophores, which allows this octopus, I don't even know if I pronounced it right, which allows the octopus to adapt to any situation. They are a symbol of multitasking due to the actions all their limbs can handle at once. If the octopus has come into your life, it may be time for you to juggle all the tasks you have going on right now. Make a list, set some priorities, and get at it. The ability to camouflage themselves allows them to slip under the radar and wait for their desires. You can call upon the octopus energy to help you wait until the right moment to get what you want. The right moment to walk through this portal, right? The meaning, time to prioritize and get things done, right? It could be like if you're waiting for this portal to get done, like prioritize that. Patience and intellect lead you to success. So Virgo, it's kind of asking you to embrace Virgo energy and at the same time, wand energy, Leo energy, like get shit done, right? Like if you want to cross this portal, cross the portal. Clearly, happiness is on the other side. Or you can choose to continue repeating the cycle. Your choice, Virgo, your choice. All right, Aquarius, air signs. Air signs, you are next. Let's clean this up. Air signs for you, starting with Aquarius. Aquarius, you have Cancer in the 6th house. The 6th house of your day-to-day routine, your physical health. Your physical health. And so oftentimes the 6th house, because it's naturally ruled by Virgo, sometimes it's also looked at as the house of service. And so it could be service in your home life. It could be service in your work life, because both of those are part of your day-to-day routine. And so if we're looking at Cancer energy, right? Home, sense of belonging, nurturing. The question for you is, how are you connecting your emotional well-being with your physical well-being, right? Is what you're doing on the day-to-day tasks, is it helping you feel like home? Is it helping you feel nurtured? Is it helping you feel emotionally safe? What you do. So it's combining both. Action. Your day-to-day actions, right? Are you taking steps that align with goals that are deep rooted emotionally for you, right? Like, are the daily tasks aligning with that? Do you feel a sense of belonging in the day-to-day tasks that you have, right? The responsibilities that you're needing to complete. Let's see, we're done with this one. Hold on. Air signs, we're gonna do this one. Do I want to do this one? No. I want to do this one. Okay. Yeah, so Aquarius, 6th house. Daily routines, emotional well-being with your physical well-being, right? So is what you're eating, is that good for your self-nurturing, for your physical health? Does it feel good, right? Or are you hating what you're eating? Make the changes necessary. All right, let's get you 3 cards, Aquarius. 3 cards. Not for you. Is that only one? Yep. Not for you. So something that you're doing is not for you. The Fates. That's my favorite, one of my favorite cards. So something is not for you here and now. I don't know what, I mean, maybe you're looking at the past, but being called to look at the here and now. Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's see. So something in your day-to-day is not for you. The Fates is about, like, ¿cómo se llama? Something that's fated, something that's destined for you. And focusing on the here and now, not the past, not the future, but the present moment. So maybe there's something about what you're doing, if you're reminiscing or hyper-focusing on the past, hyper-focusing on the future, right? The past can also be, like, if you're too stuck on the past, it could be an indication of depression. Like, especially if it's like too much, I wish, all the woulda, coulda, shouldas in life, right? The future is all about anxiety. What's gonna happen this? I gotta do this. Like, that evokes a lot of anxiety. So you're being called to focus on the here and now, which is exactly what 6th house energy is. The day-to-day stuff, the here and now, right? What's this moment all about? What's the next moment all about? All right. Aquarius. How are you starting the reading, Aquarius? I'm already an hour in. Good Lord. You hurry my ass up. Aquarius, Aquarius. Let's see. How are you starting off? I haven't used these cards in a long time, so they're a little rusty in my hands. There you are. Let's see. Judgment. Death and rebirth. Ending some type of cycle. It's your crossing energy. Aquarius. Yeah. Oh, yes. Temperance and the Star. Healing. Healing, alchemy, patience. You're going through some major shit right now. Aquarius. There is some transformation occurring. There is some type of transformation occurring. There was something that was not for you. You are in the middle of this right now. The Star, the healing energy, loving yourself. What is it that you're doing every day to nurture you? That's where, that's just screaming. Healing, Star is all about you, right? Temperance, what am I creating within me? Death and rebirth, like you are going through some transformative shit. What is the energy you're tapping into, Aquarius? Oh my gosh, like these are 3 major arcanas just to start. It's no joke. That is no joke, Aquarius. Let's see. Energy you're tapping into. And I mean, a lot of the healing work that we do is to help us focus on the here and now. So whatever you've been ruminating on, whatever you've been stuck on in the past or worried about the future, yeah, look, potential. Maybe you have Leo in your chart, the sun. Look at that, it's four major arcanas, like 4 major arcanas. You have, like, either you're tapping into, you're going through some portal. 4 of Cups energy. Yeah, be careful. There's been disappointment in the past. There's been disappointment in the past. It says luxury at the top. Luxury at the top. So there's disappointment in the past about an emotional connection. Maybe this connection had some type of financial gain that you lost from it. And you don't realize that there's an opportunity, or maybe you have realized it, and that's what's causing this transformation for you. I mean, it's in the potential energy, the hidden energy. And so it's like be careful. Be careful for looking at the past, right? For looking at the past of what you've lost. I think that's the knot for you. Like, hey, don't get lost in that. What are you walking away from, Aquarius? Aquarius, because you are in the middle of transforming. You are in the middle of, like, feeling great. And so it's just be careful. Don't look back. 4 of Cups is regret, loss, upset, like things didn't work out in the past. So that's the knot for you, right? If it left you, it's because it wasn't for you. That's all it means. If it left you, it means it wasn't for you. Yeah, Queen of Wands. I think you're either leaving a Leo. You're walking away from a Leo, or you embrace Leo energy within you, and that's what's helping, like, catapult you into this transformative experience of healing. What are you walking towards? And that's fire sign. So you either have Leo in your chart. That's 2 Leo signs already, because you are underneath, you're tapping into the sun, which is Leo energy, which is the happiest card in the deck. So again, the face, right? Like you have an opportunity here, or you're in the middle of the opportunity. Aquarius, what are you walking towards? Hanged Man. Yep, a spiritual awakening. Looking at life from another perspective. That's what you're walking towards. Situation around you. So stitch. 9 of Swords. Yeah, healing. Be careful. Be careful to not get stuck ruminating. You might be having some nightmares. You might be just having some difficulty sleeping. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. And, like, again, it's not for you. Like, that experience wasn't for you. Be careful with that. Maybe there was some cruelty. It says cruelty here at the top. Cruelty. So maybe there was some backstabbing. That could be just you. That all of that could be you right now. Is like the healing, because of star energy, temperance energy, death and rebirth with judgment, the 9 of Swords. Like, you are in the middle of it, but there's going to be, I mean, this is a fated point for you. This is exactly where you need to be. Hopes. Hopes for you. Hopes. Yeah, the Hermit. Wisdom. Through the healing work, this is what people usually achieve. More wisdom. The ability to know and understand. The Hanged Man gives you that opportunity. Fears. Aquarius, I think this has to do with your day-to-day life. Fears. 7 of Cups. Indulgence. 7 of Cups oftentimes is a lot of options, but in this one, it's that one SAT word. It just means indulgence, like getting caught up in the emotional aspect of it. So it could be a new partnership that's coming in, and just being aware of how the past might come back up, right? Or being aware of like not getting lost in all of the opportunities, because sometimes when you're going through the like if you haven't gone through a spiritual awakening, there's a period where it just feels like the world is just opening up, and it just feels overwhelming where you don't know where to go. And it almost feels like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, which is great, right? It's great because it's just letting you know how abundant you are, and you kind of have to fine tune it. And that's the Hanged Man, right? The Hermit energy, the wisdom that you're going to gain from this experience, this healing process will help clarify that for you. So it makes sense for that to be a fear. What's the outcome for you? Because this is about your day-to-day life. You're here and now. Like that's, yeah. Queen of Swords, you, Aquarius. Embracing your truth, embracing your authenticity, embracing the ability to be discerning with the choices that you make, the ability of being discerning with the people you allow into your life. What's underneath? Seven of Wands, protecting your position, defending yourself. Which makes sense, right? In the day-to-day stuff, here and now, it's so wild. Where it's like the here and now. Aquarius, that's where you're supposed to be. 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice. Oh, 7 of Swords. Be careful. Deceit. I mean, it's also strategy. Deceit could also be withholding information, lying. 6 of Pentacles. Be careful with your finances, staying balanced with who you give what to, and the 8 of Swords, feeling stuck. Okay, yeah, be careful, because just as a spiritual awakening can be so great, there's also the other side. You know, as you're learning how to be discerning, there could be people around you that are going to try to take advantage of your kind nature. As soon as you're, oh, that wasn't next, this one was next. And because people are aware of, like, usually with a spiritual awakening, you're like, the world is great, there's an abundance, I can give. And we have to come down to reality. The spiritual is up here. We live in a 3D world, and it's about bridging those two. And so being careful how you manage your resources during this spiritual awakening time, making sure you're staying balanced, and you are still going to feel stuck. It's going to happen, like, because you're going through this transformative experience, the death and rebirth process. Just as there's a lot of freedom, the shadow work, the dark night of the soul is going to come back. Like, it doesn't go away. Like, depending on how you navigated your spiritual awakening the first time around, for a lot of people, it'll come back. And that, you know, so doing the work, making sure you're not bypassing, doing spiritual bypasses, what they call it, where you just stay in the everything's great, right? Being able to learn how to work through that. Learning how to stay in the present moment, which is your 6th house of Cancer, of home. Let's get an archetype for you as you navigate this. What is the archetype to embrace as you're going through this super moon experience? There it is. 2 cards. Sea turtle and the path. Look how pretty. Sea turtle and the path. Let's see what that says. The sea turtle, 73. The sea turtle is a gentle creature with a long lifespan and can swim over vast distances. It can take decades to reach full maturity, granting them insight and wisdom only accumulated through time and experience. Sea turtles represent the journey and share their infinite patience as you walk the path and learn from the lessons given along the way. When the sea turtle comes into your life, it may be time to look at the big picture and determine your needs for the long haul. Are you ready for the future? Now is the time to start planning. The meaning is enjoy the journey of your life. Start planning for the future. That's so funny. It said patience because the Temperance came out for you. Patience through this journey, right? Patience through the healing journey. Your other card was the Path. The path, the path, the path. The path you're on. 37. Paths are birthed by treading across the same area of land over days, months, or years. Sometimes the way is made by a single individual. Sometimes large groups of creatures dig grooves out of the landscapes. Your spiritual path is unique to your journey. It has many curves, peaks, and valleys. It takes repetition to create a well-worn track. A well-worn track. When we look back from where we came from, we see how the pattern got made. If the Path card visited you today, you might want to look at where you are going. Is it where you still want to go? Make any corrections in the course now. The meaning is keep moving forward. Make any adjustments based on your desires. So it's all about the daily path for you. Aquarius, your day-to-day, the here and now. That's what your focus is on. Aquarius, that's for you. All right. Forgot to, I think I told everybody, I'm doing a general reading at the end. So make sure you stick around and hear what that's all about. All right. Gemini, you are next. Gemini, you have Cancer in the second house of your resources. So emotional quest for your resources. So you are being looked at when you are being asked to look at your resources, what you value, whether it's a personal value, how you view your self-worth, your financial resources, you know, what is a value for you, right? How are you managing your stability? Because home is also about stability, emotional stability, specifically emotional stability. When you're looking at home, when you're looking at resources, well, home really, right? It's about value. It's about worth. It's about, you know, how are you nurturing your basic needs? What are you giving value to? It could be it's all the tangible stuff. So, you know, money, property, people, yourself. And so think about the emotional connection that you have to money, the emotional connection that you have for your stability, the emotional connection that you have for the people of importance in your life, the emotional connection to anything tangible that you feel is worthy. And reevaluate it, right? Is this, you know, is this item really giving you a sense of feeling of home or nurturing or stability, right? Because it's Cancer energy. And do I feel a sense of belonging with these people in my life that I value very much? How about the home within me, right? My sense of self-worth. Am I placing my sense of self-worth on all of these objects, on all of these people in my life, on the amount of money that I bring into my life? So really looking at if that aligns with you. All right, Gemini. Let's get 3 cards. Da-da-da-da. There's one. Yang, action, taking action, which is the opposite of yin, right? Which is, it's Capricorn energy. So maybe you have Capricorn in your chart. It's action, it's work, it's Aries energy also, taking action, fire energy. Let's get it's a 1 card. So maybe this is part of this year for you, Gemini. You have thinker, also Gemini, and mending. Okay, so there's the need for you to take action, the need for you to think about a situation, think about a relationship, think it has to do with a relationship. Think about a relationship, take action, and work towards healing that connection. So someone of importance to you, someone that maybe could be financially tied to you, because we're looking at the second house of your resources. Someone of importance. How are you starting this reading? Gemini risings, don't forget. But it, still encourage you to look at the other stuff. 5 of Wands. Yeah, you've been arguing. There's been some strife. There's been some challenges with this connection. What's your crossing energy? 5 of Wands is usually practice energy, but it's like you're practicing how to fight. You're learning how to argue. You're learning how to resolve conflict through communication. And because it's wand energy, it could be intense, right? And so you're in the middle of that, or that was something that you're still embracing the energy of. The crossing energy is the Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, an opportunity to learn something, an opportunity for a commitment, an opportunity to start something new. Could be around your finances because it's Pentacle energy. What's the energy that you're tapping into? Oh, there it is. 5 of Cups, disappointment. Yeah, there's been disappointment in love, maybe disappointment with this connection. This person doesn't realize that in the picture, there's 3 cups that are knocked over, but there's 2 still there. There's still the opportunity for mending. What's the hidden energy? Oh, 4 of Pentacles, stability. 4 of Pentacles usually is, usually it's the person that's like trying to keep all of their finances like guarded. But this 4 of Pentacles is really lovely because it's almost like they've created healthy boundaries and now they're nurturing something for themselves. Like they have all 4 Pentacles. And they're maintaining their own sense of power. There's a reclaiming of their power. So that's in the hidden energy. That could be something that you could potentially tap into, or you have, or you will as a result of the mending experience. What are you walking away from, Gemini? Gemini. Gemini, what are you walking away from? What are you walking away from, Gemini? Oh, there it is. Walking away from the Prince of Swords. Walking away from an air sign, that could be you. Walking away from maybe how you've been communicating. What are you walking towards? 6 of Wands, victory. Yeah. I think a lot of this is going to have to do with how you communicate, how you resolve this conflict in order to achieve that victory. What's the sitch around you? It could be about placing healthy boundaries, better boundaries, and clear communication. The sitch, Devil. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Yeah, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. There could be self-limiting beliefs or poor habits around this connection that you're trying to work on, that you're reflecting on. Hopes. Oh, 2 cards. Hopes is the Queen of Swords and Temperance. Queen of Swords is discerning. The Queen of Swords has the ability to cut through bullshit. The Queen of Swords is very much able to maintain healthy boundaries and protect their emotional well-being. You also have the Temperance energy, which is also fire energy, Sagittarian energy, big picture thinking about how is your ability to be discerning and maintain boundaries going to impact the relationship for the long run. The alchemical, when you make a decision in a relationship, your choice creates alchemy in the background. Your choices It's like that ripple effect. It's so fascinating now that it's like how I'm imagining it. You make a choice, but there's a ripple effect that you don't see. And that ripple effect is the behind the scenes alchemy until you get to that next choice, or when that next choice presents itself. And that's like the momentum that you build towards wherever it's leading, and you're going towards victory. So how you are discerning and thinking about this connection is actually going to help you mend it in a victorious way. Fierce. Fierce Gemini. Where are we on time? 125. Fierce, fierce, fierce. Fierce, fierce, fierce. Fierce, fierce, fierce. Fierce is Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck. Interference, maybe. Feeling like there's going to be interference from an outsider. Feeling like there's going to be, I mean, it's feeling of stuckness is an interference. But here I feel like it's someone's going to either interfere or kind of disrupt what you're working on or what you're trying to do. But it could also be yourself. Like, the fear could be you holding yourself back from following through with this mending. It could be you holding yourself back or looking at the situation, right? Because it's all about perspective. So it's how you're thinking about the situation. How you're thinking about the situation. Like, you can hold yourself back from mending it if you think there's no out, or if you don't think that there will be victory. And so your perspective is going to be important. What's the outcome for you, Gemini? Oh, Hangman. Looking at this from another perspective. That's what's going to help you be victorious. What's underneath? The Seven of Swords. Futility. Seven of Swords is being strategic about how you share information. This makes me feel like be careful of holding back from sharing information. Make sure you're being authentic with your communication. Gemini, especially when it deals with your resources, and the important people in your life. When you hold back, it could be perceived as deceitful. It could be perceived as you hiding information. And so be careful with that. It's in the hidden position. So be careful. You don't want to pretend like you're mending something by not being honest, because it's Cancer energy. So it's really about tapping into the deep feelings around connections, around things that are of value, of importance to you. All right, let's get 3 cards. Clarification or advice. Judgment. Yep, this is the end. You're being called to rebirth, to come back to life, or bring this connection back to life in a new way, right? In a transformed way. It's an opportunity, right? It's the Ace of Pentacles. That was your crossing energy. 2 more, please. Two more. And you'll be able to do that with the other perspective. Page of Pentacles again, 9 of Pentacles. Take it slow. Take it slow. You have the Judgment, Page of Pentacles. Oh no, this is the Page of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles was the opportunity. That was your crossing energy. Page of Pentacles is learn something new. It could be about how to communicate, and take it slow. Embrace Virgo energy. When you mend something, you don't want to be quick and be like, okay, it's over, let's move on. No, it takes trust. It takes rebuilding trust. It takes being mindful, thinking, right? Being intentional with your choices, being intentional with your words to rebuild trust. What archetype are you needing for this super moon in Cancer? Archetype. the archetype for you? No quiere salir. Gemini. No quiere salir for you. Let's see, let's see. No quiere, no quiere ir. Are you just already embracing Virgo energy? Just taking your time? Come on. Dreamscape Oracle. There it is. Ooh, koi fish. Look at that. How pretty. Koi fish. I have not read that one. Let's see what it says. The koi fish for you. 55. In Japanese myth, the koi fish swims upstream along the Yellow River. Once it conquers its many challenges and reaches the river's head, it transforms into a majestic dragon. The Japanese view the koi fish as a symbol of aspiration and good fortune, which is manifested through determination and hard work. You have the power to transform your life. Meanings, you are ready to transform. Good prosperity and wealth are on their way. Look at that. Success, victory, right? You are in the process of that, Gemini. Gemini, that was for you. Need to adjust myself a little bit. All right, Libra, you are up. As I prepare my space, Libra, you have Cancer in the 10th house, the house of career, the house of your reputation. And so if you have Cancer in that house, then that means you are being asked to look at how your reputation and your public life, your career life, is connected to your emotional life, your home life. Like, is there an alignment with the work that you're doing? Are there any tensions, any issues with work-life balance, work-home balance? Because Capricorn is the opposite energy for you. So home and work, especially this particular placement, right? Because you have Cancer in your work life. It's like, how is home being translated? How are you feeling, how are you creating and nurturing home at work, right? Is there alignment with what a home environment should feel like in your work setting? Or is there conflict? Is there tensions? Are there tensions around it? Is there, what you emotionally hold as home, a home life? Is it being compromised by your work life, and vice versa, right? Do you feel a sense of belonging at work? Do you feel the ability of nurturing yourself with the work that you're doing? Are you being nurtured in that environment? Are the work goals aligned with your emotional goals around emotional safety and security? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So Libra, having Cancer in the 10th house. That's what's being highlighted for you. Let's get you 3 cards. Libra. We're halfway in. An hour 33. Halfway in. Let's get 3 cards for you. Oh, truth be told. Truth be told. Honest truth. Stepping out of the mask. Being authentic. What truth needs to be told? It's almost like your heart, your heart is open. Like, there's no hiding. There's no hiding. There's authenticity. So there could be alignment for you Let's see what the next 2 cards are. Or the ask is for you to have alignment. That's too many. We're putting those back. Only 3. Only 3. 2 more, please. 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. There's 1. Fork in the road. Okay, so you're being asked to make a decision. Oof, orphaned. All right. Let's find out what that's all about. There could be, you're needing to unmask yourself. There's something about, yeah, the truth needing to come out. Because look, this orphan has the mask back on. So there's something about the need to maybe speak up, or some truth that's going to bring you to a crossroads energy. Let's find out. What do you start off as? The Lovers, Gemini energy. Lots of crossing energy. A choice, a decision. Again, it's a choice. The Lovers is also a choice card. So you could be asked to make a choice. Let's see in what? 8 of Pentacles. Something about what you're creating. Something about how you're nurturing yourself. Energy at the top that you're tapping into. 3 of Cups. Friendships. Friendships, abundance. What's the hidden energy? Hidden energy. Maybe someone's going to be left out in the cold. That's also the possibility. So it may not be you. It could be somebody else that gets left out in the cold. Prince of Cups on the hidden position. Maybe someone's coming towards you and you don't know it. A water sign of some sort with a flower of like, yeah, there's someone coming towards you with a flower. I think you're gonna have a choice to make. I think you're gonna have a choice to make, and someone's gonna be left out in the cold. You're walking away from the 8 of Cups. There's the word indolence, which I have no idea what it means. But usually 8 of Cups is walking towards, are we gonna look it up? Let's look it up. 8 of Cups is usually walking towards a spiritual indolence. Indolence meaning avoidance of activity or exertion, laziness. So you're walking away from not working? What are you walking towards then? What are you walking towards? Avoidance of activity or exertion. So maybe you've been overworking too. Avoidance of work. It's avoidance of work. What are you working towards? 9 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So strength. Something about a passion project, maybe an idea. Ace of Wands. Something passionate, but 9 of Wands is also like right before the 10 of Wands. So 9 of Wands is like, but I feel like you're walking towards work, but you're going to be successful. I feel like you're going to be successful with this. You're going to be successful. What is the sitch? Oh, the High Priestess. A knowing. Embracing your spirituality. Embracing your... embracing your intuition. Hopes is 7 of Wands. Defending your position. So the hopes is that you'll be able to successfully defend your position, or whatever decision you're making, be able to defend it. Fears, Ace of Cups, a new beginning. Could be in love, or just a new beginning to start fresh. I think the fear is a new beginning in love. And the outcome. The outcome is the outcome for you. see. What is the outcome? Outcome. The sun. Leo energy. You're going to be successful. Libra, you're going to be successful. What's underneath? Eight of Swords. I think you feel like you're stuck. You're stuck in the decision. You're stuck in something related to work, right? Related, balancing home and work life. I feel like there's two stories. One is overshadowing the other. One story is having to make a decision about a possible love connection that you're afraid of, right? Ace of Cups, something new. And so someone is probably not expecting that you're probably going to say no to them. The other, or make a decision, right? Someone's going to be left out in the cold. Or you're thinking someone's coming and they're not coming, something like that. The other one is work related because of the indolence part and the wand energy, and either regarding a passion project, regarding work, because we're talking about balancing home and work life. But you're going to be successful because the sun is there. The Nine of Wands, strength energy, Leo energy is there. So I think you're going to feel stuck for a little bit, but I think it's going to get cleared up, right? You have the intuition there. It's just a choice of how you look at your situation. 3 cups of advice, 3 cups, 3 cards of advice. 3 cards, please. Judgment, an opportunity to transform, to start fresh. 2 more, please. Judgment is death and rebirth. So it's the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. The star is going to be healing around it. 2 of Wands. You're going to have a calling, and that could be the fork in the road. You're going to go through some truth that's going to be exposed. And then you're going to have a choice to make. There's a truth that's going to be exposed. You're going to have a choice to make. And someone's going to be left out in the cold. Someone's going to feel left out because of this choice. It's going to be healing. It's going to be transformative, but it's like you're following your calling. Something about your calling. Because there's wand energy, there's passion energy. Ace of Wands, that's, you know, what are you passionate about? So I think it goes back to, is what you're doing aligned with the desires of your heart? Is what you're doing, you know, or is there something else? Is there something else more spiritually based, right? You have the High Priestess. You're walking away from the 8 of Cups. The 2 of Wands is like a calling to the universe. Yeah. What archetype? The gate. Portal energy. Let's see the gate. 19. Portals appear at the corner of our eyes, which we can almost visualize if we squint. Some who see these portals know them for what they are. They have the gift of opening the small tear in the fabric of the world's material at will. The woman at the gate steps towards the rip, and her fingers find the edges of the gate. She reaches out and traces the portal's edges, and gently she tugs the sides apart. The space opens. The air's salty scent teases the corners of her lips as the soft sounds of ocean waves flow into our world. She continues pulling open the portal until there is a window big enough for someone to step through. She smiles out of the other side and walks away. Out to the other side and walks away. The portal is open and now waits to welcome the traveler. Meanings: look deeper into the situation. What you want lies on the other side. Just step through. Yes, so there could be some tension or conflict with the work that you're doing, maybe. needing to step into your calling, needing to step into what is more passionate for you, this new beginning, whether it's a person, but I feel like it's work related because Cancer is in your 10th house. What that is, only you will know. All right, Libra, that's for you. Let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. As I set this up for you, you have Cancer in the 5th house, the 5th house of creativity, self-expression, romance, sex, joy, children, creation. Creation could be children, but it could also be like a passion project. And so creativity, we're talking about emotional expression. Yeah, so are you creating something that is close to your heart? Are you creating something that is aligned with the goals that you have for your future? Creating something that is authentic to you and the home within you and how you want to express that out, right? Oftentimes we create a home with someone to establish a home. You know, you have a chosen home that you tap into. You know, when you marry someone or you find joy and romance with someone, like you create a child that brings you together. You create a project that feels aligned with your goals that could make you feel like home. How are you honoring your true self and nurturing that with what you are creating? Out of joy, out of passion. Pisces, we're not using these. We are using this one. So think about what you're, maybe, and if you don't know what to create, then that's the question, is what are you wanting to create that is aligned with home within you, right? What are you wanting to create outside of you that aligns with home outside of you? What do you want to create that comes from the deepest parts of your heart, that makes you feel connected to other people? A sense of belonging with what you're creating. I mean, when you create, you're in essence nurturing yourself. Yeah. So if you haven't tapped into knowing what to create, that could be what the calling is. Like, if you don't know what to create, make the time to figure that out. To honor yourself. You're honoring yourself by knowing what it is that you want to create. Or discovering that. And if you're not sure, pick something creative and say, let me try this and see if it makes me feel good, right? I mean, you won't know until you try something, right? Time for a nap. Maybe you're struggling with sleep. Our dreams sometimes give us guidance. How you nurture your dreams, you know, could be you're needing rest, higher power. Yeah, there's something about tapping in. Could be meditation. It could be through your dream state. The third eye in this particular one, there's a key. It's almost like the key is through meditation. The key is through connecting to source. The key is connecting to your spirituality. If you think about artists, right, because it's in the 5th house for you. If you think about artists, when they create, they're aligned with themselves. They'll often say, like, when you're in it, you're in it. You lose track of time. You just lose yourself in what you're creating when you're aligned with it. So if you have yet to experience that, start with meditation, or start with making the time for sleep, like really deep sleep. Some people can't sleep and they don't get to that dreaming phase. So there's something about sleep and connecting to that phase where you're really tapped in. Or meditation. there's something about connecting to source. Sometimes we connect our source through our dreams. Yeah, breathe, meditation. I'm going to talk about meditation. There's something about meditation. There's something about connecting to source, quieting your mind, or learning how to quiet your mind. Yeah, Pisces, you're being called to do that. All right, how are you starting this reading, Pisces? Oh, that was fast. 9 of Swords, feeling stuck. There's some type of stuckness. There's some type of worries, excessive worries. I mean, 9 of Swords is usually where you're not sleeping. It's usually the person in the bed with the swords in the back. What's your crescent energy? So something's either bothering you or you're feeling stuck in a situation. 9 of Pentacles, the opportunity to be nurturing to yourself, the opportunity to manage your boundaries and your resources better. What energy are you actually tapping into? Ace of Swords, a truth, some type of truth that you're needing to own. Your hidden position is the Hanged Man. It's an opportunity to look at something from another perspective. What are you walking away from, Pisces? What are you walking away from? Pisces, you're walking, 7 of Swords. Lies, deceits, you're walking away from that. Another way to look at that is lying through omission. Like if you look, it's like he has the illusion of the swords, but they're the shadows of the swords. So there's something that you're not saying, something that you haven't said. There's the illusion of deceit, but there's something about omission. There's something about not saying something. What are you walking towards, Pisces? Queen of Pentacles. An earth sign, maybe. Someone more balanced. Someone who or you're embodying balance. You're embodying the ability to nurture yourself, to care for yourself financially, emotionally. What's the sitch? Knight of Wands. A passion is the situation around you. Passionate energy. Hopes. I think with the Emperor, for you to embrace Aries energy, confident energy, boss energy, to be able to set those boundaries. But the Emperor is also honest. The Emperor can also be narcissistic, depending on what scale, right? They're embodying all of the kings. And all of the kings in their high vibration are honest leaders. They're transformative leaders. They're balanced leaders. In the low vibration, you go to the other extreme, where you think you know it all. You know. So just be careful. The hope is that you'll maybe embrace the high vibration of the Emperor. Fears. The Chariot. Cancer energy. The fear could be not knowing where you need to go, and I think that's why you're being called to tap into source. The outcome is, yeah, when you tap into source, you're going to get downloads, you're going to get information, you're going to get ideas, you're going to get possibilities presented to you. 10 of Pentacles. The opportunity is there. You just have to connect to source. You have to find some way to either meditate, to find spiritual guidance to help you through this process, to help you feel more clear about, or clearer, what's the grammatical, you know how you say that, grammatically correct. Just to be clear about the direction that you want to go towards. But it's definitely anything related to self-nurturing, because when you're balanced, you can tap into your creativity better. When you're balanced and you have healthy boundaries and you're being honest and authentic, because you're walking away from dishonesty. When you are balanced, you can be more authentic to you. Yeah, You can be more authentic to you. Let's get 3 cards of clarification or advice. Three cards of clarification or advice. 10 of Pentacles again. Success. Managing your resources. You'll have ideas. You'll have opportunities to start with a past life soulmate, maybe. A connection. Work. There's something about what came out first. Oh, I don't know how it came out. It could have been like this. There's something about connecting to a past life soulmate or a soulmate of some kind, someone from your past. 10, 10, 6. There's something about how you are going to achieve this. There's something about how you're going to achieve this. 10 of Pentacles. Because this is still like overburdened, overworking. But there's something about a soulmate. And I think gaining clarity through meditation. Who is going to help you with those pentacles? Who is going to help you find your balance? Who is going to help you nurture yourself? Who is going to... I think you have to meditate. I think you're going to gain guidance and clarity when you meditate. When you meditate. Let's get an archetype for you. The archetype to embrace. Pisces. The archetype to embrace. For you, for this experience is... to embrace. The Prophet, snake energy, transformation. The Prophet, the Prophet, the Prophet. The Prophet. Humanity has always been drawn in by symbols. They stick with us, creating a language of their own. Beware of high tide. Skip the 13th floor. Tall salt over a shoulder. The Prophet knows the value of these signs. They appear subtle, whispering small curses and boons to those who listen. The Prophet knows where to look for these signs, both in the external and internal worlds. She befriends the snake. She takes on an outwardly air. She has a pearl of profound wisdom from which you can learn when you are ready to ask and receive. Meanings: follow the signs you are receiving. Listen to the voices inside you. Meditation, right? Isn't that all about meditation? The voice inside you? I mean, spirit, the universe, however you want to define them, they're always sending you messages. There are always signs all around you. You just got to ask. And or like ask, okay, well, what kind of sign? I had someone once, they shared a story about asking the universe for a sign, and they named that specific sign, a sign that wouldn't, like, it would be weird for it to show up in that time of, I think they asked for like a blue umbrella or something, and they ended up getting a sign, a blue umbrella in a painting, but it was a blue umbrella nonetheless, right? I asked for a sign too when I started my spiritual journey, and it's my balance sign. So anytime I see 101, 151, 232, where the first and the last number are the same, that's my balance. That's my sign, from the personal sign from the universe, that I'm on track. Aside from the angel numbers, right? Traditional angel numbers. But that's specifically my personal sign from the universe. So maybe you can come up with something like that for yourself, so that you can know, okay, this is something from spirit, right? Especially if you have a hard time meditating or sleeping. because those were the themes that came up. Pisces, that was for you. All right. Cancer, you're next. Cancer, you have Cancer in your first house, which is the house of identity, the house of self. And so it's really about your personal needs. Like, what are you needing for your personal expression? What are you needing to feel home within you, to feel safe within you? That's also boundaries. The first and the seventh house are also, there's also power when you're looking at that, in terms of like, are you giving your power too much to other people's needs? Like, are you able to reclaim some of that power for yourself, to feel like you are being heard, that you are a part of that experience in relationships? How are you making sure that you are being nurtured, that your personal needs, your self-care needs are being met, whether that's emotional needs, physical needs, like anything about your sense of identity? What helps you feel peaceful? What goals are you creating for yourself, right? And how are you expressing that to the world? How are you feeling with your sense of identity? And are the people around you, like, do you feel home with who you are? Is there something that you're not being honest and authentic? Because it's also about, Cancer is also about like true to yourself, true to your deepest parts, emotional parts of you. So if there's something that you're not presenting right to the public, why not? What's holding you back? Do you not feel safe? What's not making you safe? Who's not making you feel safe? Like all of that, because it's about your identity. It's all about your identity. All right, Cancer. 3 cards, please. 3 cards, 3 cards. 3 cards, 3 cards. You have the first one. Chop wood, work. Could be, oh, building blocks. And look at this one. Building, like it's almost like she's rebuilding herself with blocks. And the mask, there's still a mask on there. So there could be something that you're hiding about yourself. Could be needing to clean up whatever is holding you back, whatever's blocking you. Rebuild that. All that glitters. Yeah, there's something about a mask. There's something about taking off that mask. All right, Cancer. Building blocks, rebuilding yourself, being able to take off that mask, whatever it is that's holding you back. How are you starting this reading? Six of Swords, going on a journey. Crossing energy is the 8 of Wands, getting information, getting downloads, getting ideas. That's a crossing energy. That's the opportunity. Once you go on this path, what energy are you tapping into? So you're walking away from something. It's almost like you're leaving something to go towards calmer shores. When you become more authentic with yourself, things, you just feel more aligned. You feel more liberated. You feel freer. So 6 of Swords is going towards calmer shores. You're going to have options. You're in the middle of having options about what to do, where to go. Look, even one of those has the masks. Am I going to put this mask back on? Or am I going to set myself free from whatever is holding me back? What's the hidden energy? Hidden potential. 10 of Pentacles. Everything you want. What are you walking away from, Cancer? The Empress energy. You're walking away from Earth energy, walking away from stability, physical stability. Okay, you're walking towards the sea. All that glitters could also be something that looks good on the outside, but isn't good on the inside. So as you're rebuilding yourself, be careful, whether it's you, the you that you're becoming, or tapping into someone who is deceitful. So be careful. Cancer, what's the sitch? Because this is about yourself. So it could be how you're presenting. Yeah, it's a portal. It's you're ending a cycle with this experience. It's the hopes. I feel like how you're it could be how you're rebuilding yourself. This journey that you're going on, being careful with how you present yourself, this new version of you. The hope is the Seven of Pentacles. Waiting for your pentacles to, I feel like the pentacles are out. Like you've been waiting for what you've nurtured to come out. The fear is grief and loss and disappointment. So again, it could be someone that you're dealing with, fearing disappointment with that experience, or the you that is becoming, thinking that it's going to be all great, how you're transforming yourself, when in reality there's going to be disappointment, or the fear is that there's going to be disappointment. What's the outcome? Because you have this seven, yeah, Page of Swords, the truth needing to come out. Someone confronting someone with about a truth that needs to come out. There's something about a truth that needs to come out. The mask that needs to come off. The truth, like because there's deceit. So either you know that someone's lying to you and you're walking towards this person and be like, hey, what's the truth here? So that you're not disappointed anymore. What's underneath? Yeah, Tower moment. There's going to be some awareness, there's going to be just some awareness about this process. It's you, or if it's someone else that you're walking towards, or that's coming to you. This could be someone that's coming to you because they're walking towards you. As you're going through this process of opportunity, just be careful. Sometimes cycles repeat, and they repeat for a reason. And it could be because you're needing to make a different choice. So this could be someone from your past that's coming towards you, thinking they're all that and a bag of chips, and they're not. So, but you're in the middle of transformation. You're in the middle of transforming. So just be careful, because this is a very delicate time if you're in the middle of transforming yourself, because of the vulnerability, because sometimes we're not yet fully, not that we're ever fully done, but you're not yet in a place where you're stable for yourself. And so sometimes that insecurity will force us, nudge us to lead, especially if home has been a theme for you, because it's Cancer, your Cancer energy, and it's home. So it could be about home and stability and finances and the physical stability, right? The physical stability for you. And so not getting caught up with someone who can provide that for you, someone who's maybe not honest. So just be careful about that. You're in the middle of a transformation, and I think how you manage that deceit, right? Calling bullshit when you need to, calling them out with their truth, is going to help you go through this portal. It's going to help you close that cycle, and it's going to be a Tower moment either for you or for somebody else. Let's get 3 cards of advice. The first card, yeah, Page of Swords again. Message. So either someone's coming to you with a message, or you're going to confront them. Yeah, 2 more, please. This is something that's been going to give you grief. Oh, okay, 2 cards popped out. Oof, okay. Yes. We got the 8 of Swords, Page of Swords, 8 of Swords, and then the Hierophant and the High Priestess, which is like a double whammy. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. There's Cancer vibes again, an inner knowing. It's an inner knowing about stability, an inner knowing about the rules, about the way maybe this person, maybe this, because Tauruses also can be very, there could be oppression going on. So there could be something about a knowing about how this person has been before. Needing to be discerning, needing to tap into your inner wisdom about this person. I'm feeling like it's another person, but you know, maybe for some of you it is you, in terms of the you that you are becoming. And so either needing to own your truth, if that is for some of you, like needing to own your truth so that you're not worried, because when you don't own your truth, endless nights of this occur, tower moments occur, and needing to own the inner you and the outer you, like needing, because you're walking away from the Empress, which is the outer you. The Empress is the outer you. This is about the inner you, the High Priestess and the Hierophant. But I feel like for most of you, it's someone else. It's someone else that's coming at you. Someone else who thinks their shit don't smell. Just be careful, Cancer. Please be careful. The Seer. Otra vez. Look. The know. You know. The Seer. 33. They know. They have the power to open their third eye and see past what is known and peer right into the unknown. The Seer honors the gifts the gods have bestowed upon them. They allow their imagination to tell them what will come and how to manage the flow of information. Snakes wrap around their neck, protecting, defending all the words and visions of the Seer. Going up to meet them invokes the will of the gods. Are you ready to hear what they have to tell you? Can you handle the news they will tell you about what is coming into your life, for better or worse? Meaning, listen to the universe in order to bring the dreams of insight. Locate the balance between fate and free will. Yes, it's your choice. It is your choice. How you navigate that is your choice, Cancer. That's for you. All right, Scorpio, you are next. As I clear this up. Wait, was that my phone? No. It was and it wasn't. All right, Scorpio, where are we? 212. All right, we're doing this. Gotta push through. Gotta push through. 212. Put these aside. Scorpio, while I'm clearing this up, you have Cancer in the 9th house. The 9th house of higher education, of mastership, of knowledge, of culture, and external travel. And so the emotional quest is for mastership. You are being asked to look at your personal philosophy. You're asked to look at the knowledge that you have, the desire for external travel, if that's a part of your desires. Like, think about what's important to you emotionally, about the rules that you follow, about the systems that you live in, about the personal philosophies of your life, right? Personal philosophy. So it's like, what do you believe in, right? How do you live your life? Are you wanting to travel more? Are you wanting to learn a new language? Are you wanting to get a higher education? Like, what goals do you have for yourself that are coming from deep down within you? And how is that aligned with your view and perspective on your life? Right? Does your personal philosophy need to change because of the experiences that you have, so that it is more aligned with home within you, right? Or do you feel like home, maybe you've been working at a 9-to-5, and for you, alignment is being a nomad, a traveling nomad, right? Like, that's home. Home for you is the world, right? And so What are you doing to work towards that goal? Is home in another country? Is it embracing another culture? Is it learning something else to make you feel as a part of you nurturing your self-care, right? Knowledge, when we learn something new, we're nurturing the curiosity part of ourselves, right? That part of ourselves that wants to learn more, that wants to grow, that wants to explore and be curious about the world. And when you feel safe and secure, when your home base is safe and secure, there's the curiosity, the natural curiosity comes out. So if you're afraid to go out into the world, right, then find out what's holding you back. What about home is making it feel like you can't explore, if the desire is to explore? Yeah. Scorpio. You have Observer, taking a look at your life again, right? Message in a bottle. Something's coming in. It could be from source. It could be a dream. It could be a download. It could be an actual message from someone. It's like you're looking to the universe, like, universe out there, right? Yeah, regeneration, some type of healing, some type of death and rebirth process to start a new chapter. But it's like you're looking out into the universe. You're looking like you're looking for answers. It's almost like you're looking for answers. You're looking for inspiration. You're looking for like that next thing, and then you'll get the message, and then it's like, all right, let's do this. Scorpio, you go deep. Scorpio, this is you right here. This is you encapsulated in the picture. When you clear out stuff, it allows space for new things to grow. So you could be asked to clear stuff out to be more aligned. How are you starting this off, Scorpio? How are you starting this off? Ace of Swords, aligning with your truth. What is your crossing energy? Oh, Four of Pentacles is your crossing energy. Four of Pentacles. So there's something about being open, with your stability. Not guarded. An opportunity to be open. It's almost like being open, like you're secure enough to consider the spiritual aspect that you don't know is there. Energy you're actually tapping into, Scorpio. Because Scorpio, you're naturally intuitive, or that's something you're developing. Four of Cups. Disappointment, loss. You're looking at the opportunity. You're looking at the opportunity, the spiritual opportunity from the universe. What's the hidden minute? That's the message that's coming in, right? Seven of Pentacles. The hidden opportunity is being able to plant the seeds and watch them grow. You're walking away from a cycle that's ended. You're walking away from a cycle that's ended. It could have been a third-party situation. The universe had a hand in it. The universe has a hand in all of this. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Look at this. The universe has a hand in this. The universe is calling you to speak your truth. The universe is offering you an opportunity after disappointment. Look at that. I didn't realize that's standing out for sure. What are you walking towards? So maybe that was the message. Not in a bottle, but in a cup. What are you walking towards? The Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. A Virgo energy. Maybe you're walking towards a Virgo. There's something about managing, balancing yourself, your resources, one step at a time. Scorpio, this is earth energy. This is the opposite of you. You have Taurus as your opposite energy. And so there's something about pacing yourself. There's something about the tangible, because there's a lot of Pentacles. So maybe it's about work. Yeah, maybe this is about work. I see pentacles are just standing out. It could be the shift in your work. It could be doing something different for work. A new chapter in your work. What's the sitch? What's the sitch? Yep, King of Pentacles. The sitch is about your work. It's about your stability. Hopes. Oof. Capricorn energy. Work. Also boss energy. It could also be part of this transformation, this new chapter, doing shadow work maybe. There could be something about the healing journey and bringing more financial stability. There could be something about that. Spiritual work, healing work, shadow work. I mean, because even this one, right, I mentioned there's like a spiritual opportunity and all of these hands coming out from the universe. There's something spiritual. This, I mean, this could be the message. The message that I'm delivering could be the message. There's something spiritual. There's something about doing some type of shadow work, healing work that will bring you more financial success. What is the, that's the hope. The devil is in the hope section. So the devil is that you're able to look at your shit, right? Able to look at what's holding you back. The fear. You holding yourself back. Or another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Love. It could be love because there could have been disappointment in love before. That's where you're in right now. And so emotional stability, someone emotionally mature, maybe you're fearing. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Scorpio, what's the outcome? I'm curious now. Quiero andar de chismosa. I want to be. I feel like, oh, what's that all about? Outcome, Hierophant, someone spiritual. Spiritual wisdom, creating new rules for yourself, new spiritual rules, new, I mean, talk about mastership, right? This person has achieved spiritual knowledge and is teaching other people. Like usually there's two people here, the Hierophant, that they're teaching. So there's something about teaching, mastering spirituality, teaching spirituality. Could be in a new way, could be, I mean, something new. Something new. It's a new path for you. Yeah, Hangman. Spirituality, spiritual awakening, and enlightenment. There's something about spirituality here. It's screaming spirituality and financial success. Let's get 3 cards of for clarification. 3 cards for clarification. King of Cups, that's you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Emotional stability, the Tower. Awareness, either choosing it or being forced to look at it. One more. The King of Cups is looking at the Tower. So there's something like that, you know, like, okay. Oh, the Devil again. Page of Pentacles, learning something new. Yes, 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 yes. This learning of something new could potentially be a choice, or you'll be nudged. You'll be nudged by the universe to learn something new, to go down this path. It's like you're needing to go down this path. And again, Devil energy, like doing the healing work, learning something new about healing, learning something new about yourself. It's going to be work. You're going to learn something new. It's mastership. You're needing to do this to gain mastership over this new role, this new opportunity. Yeah, this is on your path, Scorpio. Let's get a card, an archetype that you're needing to embrace. The Knight. I have not read this one. These are new. The Knight. What does that one say? The Knight, the Knight, the Knight 15. The Knight transports deep, dark, dreamy scents with him. He moves slowly and effortlessly through the streets. His incense spills from the censer, coloring the air with its perfume. The smoke hangs thick in the air, blanketing the world in darkness. The Knight wears the stars at his waist. Each speck twinkles with his movement, blinking in and out with each step. He wears a head wrap filled with the colors of the sky. The cover appears white at the top and then darkens into the daytime glow cast by the sun. He walks everywhere, bringing dreams and nightmares to everyone as the day falls away to meet the shadows. Meaning, don't be afraid of the dark. Greet the shadows. Have we not been talking about shadow work? Scorpio, you are being called to do some major transformation. But I think the outcome is going to be great if you do it. It's your choice. Choose or be nudged, my friend. All right, Scorpio, that's for you. Aries, you are up. Oh, Aries, Aries, Aries. You are up. While I clean this up for you, Aries, you have Cancer in the 4th house of home. Home, home, home. Home, roots, your family of origin. You're looking at, do you feel emotionally safe at home? Do you feel like you belong at home? Do you feel like there are healthy patterns at home, healthy relationships at home that are nurturing you, that are helping you grow, that are maintaining your peace? Are your personal needs being met at home? Is there neglect? Are there the extremes of abuse at home? And so really looking at how home aligns with you. And if it doesn't, why not? What needs to change for you to feel safe and secure at home? It could be a physical home. It could be the home within you. You know, we do have home within ourselves, but we've been conditioned to externalize home. That home is in a building. That home is with a parent. That home is with our children. Home could also be the home that you have created, right? What do those relationships look like? Are there healthy boundaries, healthy patterns, healthy dynamics that make you feel safe and secure? Is your family's mission statement aligned with your personal goals? The person that you are becoming? Is there a need to detach from home because it's not in alignment with you? A lot of intense stuff having Cancer in the 4th house. And that's the natural ruler, is the 4th house of home. All right, Aries, 3 cards for you. 3 cards for you. 3 cards for you, Aries. First one, round and round we go. Major growth or cycles that are repeating. 2 more, please. 2 more, 2 more. Round and round you go, Aries. Serendipity. Could be something good. 4-leaf clover. Something good on the way. Something you don't expect. Serendipity, right? What is it? It's stand for? A casual coincidence? Uh-oh. Why? Why? We're doing this one for fire signs. Why is something happening? Something you didn't expect? Has to do with home. There could be something that you've learned at home, looking back and wondering why certain things came out the way they did at home. Maybe there's a calling to your roots. Sometimes when we go to why, we look at like our genealogy. I don't know why that came up. How are you starting this reading, Aries? How are you starting this reading? How are you starting this reading? Two, Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe it's about love, right? Home, Cancer energy right here. Home, parents. I mean, it's like in a relationship where someone's not mature, they're offering a cup to the mature one. Someone immature is offering a cup to the older, and look, she's like holding back her cup. She's like, I don't know if I want to give this to you. There's something about that. What's the crossing energy? Knight and Queen. Maybe it's about someone younger. King of Cups. Is this a third party situation? Wow, all these cup energies are coming up. He doesn't look happy. The king does not look happy about the queen getting this offer. I mean, the opportunity could be maturing. It could be that this queen isn't completely mature either. There's a lot of fire. There's like drama with this queen. So there's the opportunity to mature. Emotionally mature for both of these. It could be that you're dealing with someone and both of you are needing to emotionally mature, or these could be the two sides of you, right? The feminine and the masculine. Like the masculine side is really immature and it matches the queen's immaturity because there's flames. It could be very passionate. What is energy you're tapping into? Because that's like the outside, right? I mean, even she's a little revealing. Like, look, she's a little revealing a little bit there, right? Feeling stuck. Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck. So I don't know if you're caught in between a triangle or you're caught in between, like, what do I do? What's the hidden energy? I mean, this has to do with home. So either parents or you and your partners. Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo energy. Taking things slowly, or a Virgo coming back, presenting themselves to you. What are you walking away from? Queen of Swords, an air sign, or being discerning. You're walking away from discernment. You're walking away from the truth. What are you walking towards, Aries? I'm trying to see how it connects to this. I feel like serendipity is like all these people. There's so many people. It's just there's so many people. King of Pentacles again. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're walking towards being more financially stable. Why? Why is this happening? I mean, these could be patterns and cycles that are happening at home, right? there could be patterns. There could be patterns of immaturity. There could be patterns of third-party situation. There could be patterns of feeling stuck. There could be patterns of the truth, how the truth is communicated or not communicated. There could be patterns of how resources are managed or not managed because it's in the hidden position. But the potential is there for something more stable. Taurus energy. What's the stitch? Let's see what else comes out. Emotional stability, emotional instability. The stitch around you is success, victory. So I think it's how you're looking at all of these patterns, how you are learning and growing from the things that are repeating around you. You could be the one that's breaking that cycle, right? You could be the one that's like, it's almost like the universe is taking you away. It's taking you away from all the drama. And you're reflecting back on why, how did I get here? Hopes. Oh, 3 cards for hopes, really? Six of Cups, Judgment. And okay, 6 of Cups, Judgment, and the 7 of Swords in the hopes position. So the hope is a connection. It could be a reconnecting with someone from your childhood. It could be, no, it's learning how to find stability, how to nurture something for yourself. Learning how to nurture something for yourself. It could be with the help of a soulmate. It's going to transform you. This experience is transforming you, and your hope is that there's honesty about it. There's honesty about either this connection or this why aspect of like, why I want the truth. Why did this happen? Why? And the truth is going to transform you. Yeah, the truth is gonna help you feel more grounded, more stable within yourself. This King of Pentacles. You're gonna grow into this King of Pentacles once you get the answers. And if you don't get the answers, you find resolution within yourself. Fears. Fears, 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 fears. Aries, fears. Oh, almost. There it is. Fears. Conflict. Fear is that when you start asking why, when you start questioning people, especially if there's people around you that are emotionally immature, it's going to trigger conflict. Outcome. And this particular deck has the 5 of Wands. It's usually like practice energy where you're practicing how to do conflict. And so it's like there's still the need to learn how to resolve conflict in a mature way. The outcome, yeah, there's going to be feeling left out in the cold, feeling upset. Why is this happening? It's almost like a home has to fall apart in order for you to be victorious. The feeling of stuckness at home. And again, we're in the middle of the holiday or at the end of the holiday. So this could have been brought up for you during the holidays. It's like, why do I always feel stuck there? Why do I feel like, there's emotional instability, emotional immaturity, chaos, people lying to me? Like it's feeling you left out in the cold, like the way home has been, these cycles that are repeating, and you're being asked to grow because you're the one that's breaking the cycle. You're the one that's like needing to walk away from this, to understand what those patterns are so that you can embrace the King of Pentacles. What's underneath? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, feminine and masculine within. Embracing the feminine and masculine within you. Emotional stability, financial stability, boundaries, how to manage your resources. That's the masculine and feminine within you. Home within you. Physical home, the tangible and the emotional. Yeah, that's why. That's why this is happening. Let's get 3 cards of clarification for you, Aries. 3 cards of clarification. Time. 3 cards of clarification. Good Lord. 240. King of Cups, emotional stability. There's been 9 of Wands, a lot of burdens. This has brought you a lot of burdens. King of Cups, like embrace emotional stability in chaos. Yes, this is catapulting you into a spiritual journey. This is, you know that there's something better. You're walking away from this and you know there's something better. King of Cups is being able to be emotionally mature in the middle of chaos through the burdens of this experience. Yeah, this is going to transform you. This is going to have you really look at the patterns of home, better understand them with the Y card, and you're going to be victorious. You're going to find home within you. You're going to create home within you and outside of you. The thing about manifesting is matching your inner world, inner emotional experience with what's outside of you. But it starts with the inside work. It starts with the inside work, Aries. What archetype are you needing to embrace? Oh, 3. The path, the word, and the serpent. The path. I've read the path already. The path, the path, the path. 37. Paths are birthed by treading across the same area of land over days, months, or years. Like home, right? We repeat that. Sometimes the way is made by a single individual, you going off into a new path. Sometimes large groups of creatures dig grooves out of the landscape. Your spiritual path is unique to your journey. It has many curves, peaks, and valleys. When we look back from where we came from, we see how the pattern got made. If the path card visited you today, you might want to look at where you are going. Is it where you still want to go? Make any corrections in the course now. Meanings are to keep moving forward. Make any adjustments based on your desires. Then you have the word. I haven't seen that one. 47. Stories and storytelling have been with us since the beginning. Our minds are designed to share our experiences with each other. We crave the sharing of stories to remind us that we are connected through our words. The word leans into her wings. She steadies a stack of parchment on her lap, her knees curled up to meet the paper. The girl holds a plume in her right hand, poised to strike the page at any moment. Her eyes remain closed, engrossed in the visions of the story her mind describes. When she is ready, a new story will get inked on the page. Meanings: write your story down. Have a playful attitude towards life. This could be about you rewriting your narrative, right? You rewriting your narrative. And then the serpent. I remember this one. And I think it speaks to the deceit. At the base of the world tree lives a serpent. He hungers and gnaws incessantly at the roots, seeking sustenance. He does not care that this tree serves a higher purpose, nor that the worlds connected to the tree require it to remain stable. Without the tree, the worlds break apart and fade away. The serpent hungers and desires to consume everything and anything that stands in his way. He stays beneath the soil, devouring roots in his path, awaiting the time when he will be released from the tree to reunite with his brethren. The meaning is: beware of dishonest people. Stay the course despite the stress. Yeah, remember I talked about like immaturity, emotional maturity, and deceit? Stay the course despite the stress. Despite the stress, stay the course. Aries, that's for you, my dear. I hope this was helpful. Let's move on to Leo. Leo energy. Where are we? 2 hours and 44 minutes. This one is intense. Didn't think it was gonna be that. It's long. I mean, I felt called to do it. I wanted to do it. I still want to do it. I'm curious. I just didn't realize it was going to be this long. Leo. All right. While I prepare my space for you, Leo, you have Cancer in the 12th house. Leo rising. You have Cancer in the 12th house, which is emotional quest for spirituality. This is your connection to the universe, to the gods, to whoever you believe in terms of your higher power. This is about issues regarding, you know, if you feel safe in the world. Do you feel like the world is your home? Do you feel like you have trust in what you cannot see? This could be your higher calling. It could be psychological stuff. The 12th house is oftentimes also the house of our undoing, because there's a lot of transformative experiences that we have with spirituality. So there could be trust issues with the outside world, the world that you cannot see, right? That you cannot touch. And so do you have trust in that world? Do you have trust that you'll be taken care of? Do you have trust feeling emotionally and more emotionally safe and mentally safe in the universe, right? In the cosmos, in the unknown? Do you feel safe? Do you feel at home with the universe? Do you feel like you belong to the world, in the world? How are you nurturing your spirituality, your spiritual connection? Is it not existent? Because if it's you don't have a spiritual belief or a spiritual practice, maybe the call is to have a spiritual practice, because that's like you getting called back home, having a connection to home, away from home, right? They say that we are home when we think about source, when we think about where we come from, whatever that is for you, right? To each their own. All right, Leo, 3 cards for you. Go to the sea. That's usually meaning like emotional journey, spiritual. Look, she's not even looking where she's going. She's trusting that she's being led to her destination. She's trusting in the universe. To the sea. To the unknown. Being called to the unknown, Leo. You're being called into spirituality. Let's see. Here's the next one. Unfinished symphony. Maybe there's a connection, a spiritual connection that is not over. Imagine the possibilities. They're dreaming, they're reaching towards the sky, they're reaching towards the universe, they're creating their dreams, they're bringing their dreams to reality. That's a beautiful card. All right, so there's something about an unfinished connection, a spiritual connection, because we're talking about spirituality. It could be your connection to the universe, not trusting the universe, or it could be a connection to a spiritual soulmate. Let's see. How are you presenting, Leo? How are you presenting? How are you presenting? Oh, there you are. Page of Wands. Leo energy. A new idea coming to mind. A new passion project. What crosses you? It's your crossing energy. The fork in the road. Page of Cups. An opportunity. The opportunity to offer someone your cup. Energy you're tapping into. Knight of Pentacles. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart. taking your time, hidden energy, taking your time with this project, this passion, something, yeah, the world, a cycle, finally, right? This unfinished symphony is coming to an end. There's some type of portal. There's some type of conclusion that can potentially come out of the situation. What are you walking away from? What are you walking away from, Leo? What are you walking away from? You're walking away from something successful. Victory. You're walking away from something that you have success in. What are you walking towards? I mean, with the World card there, it could be like you finished something and now you're starting something else. Going through a portal. Starting a new chapter of healing. Star energy. A new chapter of healing. You're walking towards Aquarian energy. So whatever you've been successful, you're closing out of that and you're walking into something more spiritual, but going through the healing process, and there's an opportunity for love. What's the sitch? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Completing a cycle, right? Completing a cycle, or the potential for it to continue. Some unfinished cycle. What's the hope? The hope. The hope is healing. The hope is that you'll do the healing. Four of Swords. The hope is that you'll take this opportunity and do the healing work around it, around your spiritual beliefs, around your spiritual practice. What's the fear? Guardedness. Your fear is around finances. The fear is around maybe losing finances, losing stability, whatever success you've had. You could feel like this new path won't give you the financial security that you need. Because, you know, when you think about spirituality and your connection to spirituality, especially if you're being called to do some type of work in spirituality, there's a belief that, oh, spiritual people don't make money. Spiritual people, like, you know, won't have something stable. But that's like an old belief, right? We're walking towards Aquarian energy. Aquarian energy is financial abundance in a different way, success in a different way, defined in a different way. So the fear is about stability, financial stability. What's the outcome? But you're being asked to imagine the possibilities. You're being asked to imagine the possibilities. What you choose to manifest, right? And you won't be more sure of that until you do the healing work. The Star, the Four of, like, once you go through that process, yeah, like if you're doubting yourself, you're going to feel left out in the cold. That's the outcome. You're going to feel like, why is other people abundant and not me? So and that could be this unfinished symphony. You're being called over and over and over again to go on this spiritual journey, to connect to your source, to imagine the possibilities. But if you get stuck in this cycle and not cycle out, there's going to be disappointment. What's underneath? Justice, Libra, balance. I mean, your manifestations will balance out. That if you believe it's not going to work, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Yeah, there's going to be disappointment. 3 cards of advice. You have the potential, 9 of Cups. You have the potential for emotional fulfillment here. So it's just how you look at it. It's how you define satisfaction, right? Yep, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is stability in a freeing way, a more spiritual way. Look at that. You have these amazing cards. It's like focus on what, imagine what is emotional fulfillment like. Imagine what does, you know, a freeing lifestyle of stability look like for you. What would that look like for you? Or are you wanting to work? This is work. It's your choice. It's your choice, Leo. How you navigate this next cycle is your choice. All right, Leo. Let's get you one of these cards. One of these cards. The light. Gotta cover her up a bit. The light. The light, the light, the light. 17 Sun card. So Leo, that's you. Leo, that's you. The goddess of the day holds her arms up to the light of the sun. She gives reverence to the life-sustaining rays which bring heat and light. The sun sets the world ablaze, illuminating every part and every corner. Nothing escapes the fire. She brings happiness and illumination to the land. Wake up. It's time to get to work. Begin putting your desires into motion. You can achieve anything you set your heart to in this light. You might feel exposed by the brightness. It's all right. Let the anxiety pass. You have got this. Everything is as it should be. Give into the desires and the light of the light and grow. Praise the day. Know you are on the right path. Look at that. Imagine what you want for yourself, Leo. Leo rising, that's for you. All right. Sagittarius, you are next, my dears. All right, Saggies, for you, Cancer is in the 8th house, my favorite house. The house of intimacy, the behind the scenes stuff. If the 7th house is about partnerships, then the 8th house is about what happens behind in that partnership, behind the scenes, right? The intimate stuff, the deep stuff, the secrets, the what's not said, the ideas, the thoughts that we have. It's the house of taboo stuff. It's the house of it's also the house of sex. It's also the house of power and control. And so with Cancer there, the things that are being highlighted are your thoughts, your inner thoughts that maybe you don't share. I'm going to put a pause on this reading because my battery is out, and I'll come back to it in a minute. All right, Sagittarius. Cancer in the 8th house is in the 8th house for you. It is the house of intimacy, of the dark secrets, the behind the scenes, everything behind the scenes, sex, taboo stuff. So let's see, really having to look at those deep inner thoughts. What behind the scenes situations are you needing to release? What secrets need to come out in your connections, whether they're people, intimacy, whether it's someone that you have a very intense emotional connection to in terms of home life. It could also be shared resources. So what debts are being highlighted for you? What just anything that's shared resources that could be compromising and or adding to your sense of home, your sense of stability, physical stability, emotional stability as well. How are you nurturing the intense connections in your life? Really doing a lot of self-reflective work. The 8th house is also the house of death and rebirth, of transformation, of change. And so what is needing to change to feel more at home within your mind, within yourself, within your heart, within the intimacy that is shared with other people? This could also be connecting to your subconscious mind, your dreams, your just the things that you don't share with other people. What needs to be shared to feel a sense of belonging? Are there belief systems? Are there taboo things that you're entertaining and you're doing it alone? Could any of those things be shared with other people so that you don't feel alone? It's about vulnerability. It's about feeling emotionally secure to express this hidden side of you, and find connection, deep connection with other people. It's about trust. It's also about power and control. And so where in your life do you feel like, because when we hold back information, there's a certain element of control that we have over that part of our lives. For all of us, the behind the scenes stuff, the things we do behind closed doors, there's an element of control. How much do I allow people in? How much do I share about this part of my life? How much do I open up to other people to allow them into my intimate life? So reflecting on that, because the goal is to nurture home, nurture family, nurture yourself, connecting with the authenticity of yourself. And so because the 8th house is about the hidden stuff, there could be things that you're needing to either own for yourself for greater alignment, or own with other people to reestablish or work on the trust and the vulnerability in your relationships. It could also be reevaluating your thoughts, your goals. Are they aligned? Like, are you hiding something that you're really wanting? Are you hiding a part of you that you're wanting to pursue? All of that, in addition to what I already shared. So let's get 3 cards for you, Saggy. So this is the part that's getting illuminated a little more, or at least that part of your life, in addition to what everyone else is talking about, right? The goal is to find peace in this particular part of your life. Peace at home, whatever that means for you. Let's see. And this is also, and I didn't share this with the other signs, but also keeping in mind that this is just the surface level stuff. Like, if there's other things that are playing in that house, like if there are other planets, if there's other things that are happening, it's, you know, it's either going to intensify it, there's going to be a lot more chatter, there's going to be a lot more to look at, to play with. Let's see, 3 cards, please. We're down to the last few. Let's see what cards come out. 3 for you. 3 cards for you. I'm kind of wanting to, oh, there's one. You have by the book. So are you being too by the book with that part of your life? Are you trying to do things by the book for stability? You know, we're connecting the message to that part of your life. New life, yes, rebirth. Like, there's something that you learned maybe, or aligning. There's something about alignment. Like, if you look, there's these 3 parts of the like 3 elephants in a line. So there's something about aligning with yourself that is allowing you to rebirth, have a new life. Yeah, time to go. Sometimes when we align with ourselves, we move away and we have to move on. Like, we move away to move on. And it's not to say that that chapter in your life didn't mean anything. It could just mean that there's an awareness of like, oh, maybe I've been doing things by the book. Maybe I've been doing things a certain way, and now I'm like, forget that. Like, I need to break free and step into my authenticity. And sometimes that means releasing what no longer aligns to find what does. So that could be where you're at, Sagittarius. There could be an awareness of how you've been living your life, the need for something new, or recognizing that there's a new you that's being birthed, and saying, okay, I need to close this chapter and open a new one. Like, if you notice, she's going towards the door. There's like almost like a sense of unknown, but there's a door up ahead. So there's a new chapter that they're going towards. All right, how are you starting this reading? Yeah, juggling the spiritual with the emotional. Spiritual, air and water. 2 of Pentacles is usually just juggling life, but sometimes it reminds me of like the spiritual with the material. What's your crossing energy, Saggies? Crossing energy is Chariot, clarity, movement going towards what you're wanting. That's the crossing energy. That's the opportunity. What's energy are you actually tapping into? An awareness. Nine of Swords. There's been some pain. There's been some worries. There could be worries about whether or not to go on this path, whether or not you want to leave with, you know, the life that you've lived for so long behind. What's the hidden energy? Work. You've been focused on your work. Or you are going to find a new type of work with what you're going. There's almost this feeling of like the work that you have been doing may not have been aligned. And so you're going towards work that feels more aligned. It's like you're looking away from the Pentacles. What are you walking away from? You're walking away. There was an opportunity, a passionate opportunity to start a new chapter, a new commitment. What are you walking towards? It's almost like fire and water with pentacle energy. So it's like an opportunity. Yeah. Look, Eight of Cups. You're going on a spiritual journey. You're going on a spiritual journey. You're taking the opportunity. The universe is giving you the opportunity and you're taking it. What's the sitch? Sitch around you. Yep, an opportunity, another opportunity from the universe. But this is about emotional fulfillment. This is about being emotionally aligned. Maybe some cleansing work. Hopes aligning with your truth. King of Swords, definitely. Being able to be discerning with your truth, leading with your truth. That's the fear. Air energy. There's Cancer energy, air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Emperor. The fear is the Emperor has all the kings. To the extreme, the shadow side of the Emperor is very narcissistic, very I know it all, I don't need to learn anything. So there could be a fear of what you know about spirituality. It could be a fear of like feeling too high and mighty, maybe. A fear of not being able to learn something new. The outcome is the Page of Wands. You're going to have a new passion project. You're going to have a new idea, something that's in alignment with your desires, with your hearts, something that you're going to want to focus on and grow. What do you have underneath? Scorpio energy. This is going to be a transformative. I mean, the healing journey, the spiritual journey, there's oftentimes a lot of spiritual transformation that occurs, healing that occurs. It's a new life, shadow work. You're being called towards the more spiritual path, Sagittarius. And that's going to require healing. That's going to require like I feel like you're just at the start of this journey because you haven't even reached the door. Like you're just walking into the unknown. And that requires faith. That requires shadow work, trusting your intuition. Yeah. 3 cards of advice, clarification, Wheel of Fortune. This is the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. 2 more, please. 2 more. 2 of Wands, following the calling. And 10 of Cups. You're ending a cycle. You're following the calling. And you're going to get everything you want. Emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment. Let's get an oracle card for you. What energy, what archetype to embrace for this new chapter in your life? Sagittarius. See, don't forget to stick out after this. I'll do a reading, a general reading for everybody watching. Oh, there it is, the shadow. What did I talk about? Shadow work. Shadow work. Oops, can't show you all of her. There's cycles there. There's something about cycles. A shadow, let's see. Gaia pulls the veil of the universe high into the heavens to reveal the line of moons spinning down the Milky Way from dark to full and back again. Her actions turn around, giving us the time to delineate between the waking moments and the dreamlike states that murmur into our ears. The shadow phase of the moon provides us with the perspective to see clearly. Use this time to discern reality from imagination. When the planet is in its shadow phase, it is a powerfully magical time that allows us to see. It is an honor to gain access to the dreams of the universe. Use this time wisely. The meaning is follow your dreams. Allow the childlike magic to flow into your life. Sagittarius, that's for you. Let's do, put this away. Let's put this away. Let me think. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? Okay, it's Cancer, it's home. Which oracle card? Let's use and put these away. Make sure to join us on Sunday for Capricorn Tarot, where I'll do a reading and then I'll clarify it for each of the zodiac signs. If that story resonates for you, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. Let's put this up here. All right. I hope everyone is having a great start to the year. All right, let's do the light seers. Let's do the Sacred Traveler. I haven't done that one in a while, especially with the moon. With the moon energy, it's like, I don't know if I just got inspired right now by you, Sagittarius, because you're traveling somewhere. Going on a spiritual mission. Let's do Sacred Traveler. You're traveling into the home. This is a general reading for everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Share the message. Help a girl out. This was aligned with you. We'll get 3 oracle cards, past, present, future, beginning, middle, end. We'll then get 3 general cards of advice if it's your story, and then we'll end it with another oracle card. All right, 3 cards, please. 3 cards. There's one. Uncovering treasure beneath the surface lights a great bounty. Look at that. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. Oh, here we go. Fogged in, go slow, make time. Take your time. Is it take your time? Take time. And then, fellow travelers, support is all around you. Yep, definitely going on a journey. I wanted to use this one for this one. All right, let's see. So definitely going on a journey, discovering, wanting to discover treasure, you know, success. With this age of Aquarius is going to be defined differently. You get to decide. As a society, we get to decide what success really looks like. What does it mean for you? And if you're just starting this healing journey, take take your time. Know that you are not alone and that support is all around you. It's just a matter of asking. Just a matter of asking. 3 cards for uncovering treasure. You've discovered something, a new truth maybe. Yes, High Priestess, a knowing. There's a knowing. There's a knowing. Tapped into your intuition. It could be through a connection, a spiritual connection maybe. Uncovering the truth. There's something else there. Ooh. Yeah, work. Some type of collaboration, some type of 3 of Pentacles, some type of collaboration with a partner. It could be a choice to either walk towards them. You've discovered something. There's some awareness that you've achieved through your intuition about a partnership. It could be a love partnership or a work partnership. Let's do Bogdan. 3 cards, please. There's something about growth with this connection. That's why it's saying to take your time, go slow. This connection is transformative because there's a dragon here. And dragons are often symbolic of transformation, but look, this has the growth, the caracol, as part of the sail. So this experience, this connection, this partnership is going to grow you. It's going to, yeah, you're going to grow together. You're going to create something together. And if you know anything about the birthing process of something, you know, you don't have a baby overnight, right? I mean, you don't ask for the baby and then it comes overnight. There's a 9-month process that occurs, right? The alchemy that you don't see. It's slow. It's one moment at a time. We don't see the cells that are multiplying and every, you know, single hair follicle, every single piece of a child. 5 of Pentacles. Go slow or you're going to feel left out in the cold. There's something about feeling left out in the cold, feeling stuck, or maybe this connection. Let's get the rest of the cards and not speak too soon. One more, please. Fountain. Someone got left out in the cold. Yeah. Someone got left out in the cold while the other one is creating something new, and the other person has a calling. There's a calling. There's a pull to go towards this connection. I don't know if you are. And that could be why you're feeling fogged in. You're feeling stuck. But the ask is to take your time, right? Take your time. Answer the call. 3 for fellow travelers. Take your time answering the call. Take your time birthing something new. Yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's Gemini. Earth energy. Connecting to your intuition. Look, okay, let me finish. 2 more, please. It's almost like one of you went on this journey. One of you followed your intuition. Oh. Yeah. Okay. One of you followed your intuition. And now you're aligned. You're the Queen of Cups now. There's connection to source. There's guidance. You're following your intuition. You've connected. You've done the work. One of you did the work. The other one of you got left out in the cold, but then found success. So you're still going to find success. There's still something about getting everything that you want, working together, following the call, and having an idea. Getting some type of an idea. Okay, I'm feeling like this is... I'm pretty sure that's how they popped out, but I'm getting the feel like it's switched. It's switched. It's okay. I'm just going to switch it because that's what it feels like. The one that stayed behind is getting the idea. The one that stayed behind felt stuck until they were awakened. And then it's about working together, answering the call to work together, to create something together. To create something together. It's about working, it's about collaborations. It's about working with other people, whether or not it is a spiritual partner. What's underneath? Yeah, it's an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles, it's an opportunity. It starts off as an idea and an opportunity. Let's go 3 cards of clarification. It didn't make sense the other way around, because you were left out in the cold. This feels better. The Ace of Wands, like, oh, I can get myself out. That's what it feels like. It's like, oh, I can get myself out of this situation, right? I can get myself out and get what I want. 3 cards. Support is all around you. So if you're the one that's feeling stuck, just know that Knight of Cups. Yeah, an opportunity. An opportunity is coming in. It's going to help you grow and practice communication, working together. But you're going to end up with the 9 of Cups. So it's definitely going to help you reach emotional fulfillment, 10 of Pentacles, financial abundance. Let's do this one. Because it's Earth and it's home. Let's get a card to end this. Yeah, I feel like it's a spiritual connection. Whether or not it's with a person or with a group of people, it's about collaborating with other people. It's about finding emotional and financial abundance with other people. For anybody who's feeling stuck, you have the key. You just have to meditate and follow the calling. Those of you that are already on the path, you've nurtured something. There's something that you've been connected to, and now it's a matter of just releasing control around it. You've done the work in the middle of the fog. And now this next phase, it's like you're just releasing control. And the abundance is going to pour in. Like, you're going to get an offer. People are going to even fight over. I think people are going to fight over you if you've been doing the work. And there's going to be emotional fulfillment. It's almost like you get to choose. You get to choose which of these cups is in alignment with you. Yeah. Like, you're going to get offers, and not just one offer, but they're going to be fighting over you. The person who's been doing the work, the person who hasn't done the work, you're going to ask for an opportunity. And it doesn't have to be an opportunity in love. A cup is just emotional fulfillment. Whatever that looks like, right? I think I mentioned success is going to look different. It's going to feel different. So it's your definition of what that opportunity is. And you're not going to be the only one offering that opportunity. Let me tell you that, right? You're not going to be the only one offering that opportunity. All right, let's get an oracle card to end this. An oracle card to end this. I'm looking at the other one because I feel like the other one. Discernment. Making your choice. Being discerning about your choices. Let's see. Discernment. I'm going to read the earthly and the spiritual meaning. The books, films, and people you choose to spend time with subtly feed your beliefs about how the world works. Choosing good food means your body can absorb all the nutrients it needs for optimal health. The same applies for the information and attitudes you surround yourself with. Be selective about the movies, books, and conversations you have. Give yourself the opportunity to absorb higher thinking, greater visions, and deeper love. Spiritual meaning. Breathe in the Divine Mother's deep love for this world. Surround yourself with works of peace and compassion. Take on the beauty and joy of living. Increase your concentration of love, and it will naturally flow out into the world from high to low, following the channels to where it is needed most. The energy you foster in yourself and in the world is a choice. Be selective. Choose love. So depending on who you are, right? One of you is going to really think about love and compassion, and the other one of you is needing to think about how you're being influenced by those around you. And that could be why the whole fogged in experience is happening for you, because you're trying to figure out where are you going to go. And so being discerning about the people around you, the fellow travelers, who's really guiding you to where you want to go, right? Yeah. All right. That was for all of you. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to tune in on Sunday for Café con Tarot at 9 a.m. Hit the like button if these messages were helpful for you in any way. Don't forget to share the info, share the channel, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Join our Skool platform. Join that community, create that community. It's an opportunity to create it. There's already journal prompts there for people to start reflecting. I'm going to keep adding journal prompts at least once a week and responding if there's people who have questions. That place is for you. All right. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care.